should be live then. Are we? Are we? Let me test it. Alright. Since we should be live, I need to check that out here real quick. Look at that. Okay, put my phone. Alright. Alright, says we should be live then, so let me test this out. See if this is working. If it's working, then I hope it's doing well. Okay, let me check that out then. Alright, we're gonna test the audio, testing. How's it going? Hi, how's it going? Alright, we're gonna test the audio, testing. How's it going? Hi, how's it going? Alright, sounds like it should be doing alright then. I think it's alright. Okay, yeah, it should be going. Alright. Hey, Iconic, how's it going? Welcome in. How you doing? There's one problem is I can't see when my ads are running, so I need to pull that up sideways. But yes, we're doing I'm actually streaming through OPS today because we need to do the. Oh, it's gonna pop when the ads are going on there. Okay, so it is fine. I just won't be able to snooze the ads, so that's unfortunate, but I guess that's how I gotta do here. So yeah, ads are supposed to start soon then. Is there a way for me to like see when the ads are going, or am I just stuck like this? Oh, I can't. Well, I guess I can't snooze it because it's not telling me. But yeah, ads are gonna run soon. Then hopefully, well, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up somewhere else so I can monitor it. So I'm not just like just waiting on that. You've been playing Darkest Dungeon. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. How's that been going? But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a bit rough, I think, because I'm trying out something new. But we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. I got a little Christmas sweater, little llama. Thought I'd pull it out, have a little fun. Christmas may be over, but it's not the New Year yet, so it can still be a bit festive, I guess. But yeah, how's Darkest Dungeon? I don't think I've heard of that. Yeah, but so yeah, what is it about? I have an idea of what it could be, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want because, like I said, I know nothing about it. I'd just be basing off the name. Like I said, I'm gonna try and pull up the. Let's see if I can pull it up on my phone. I know if my phone likes to just go through the app, and I can't check to see when the ads running on the app. But I'm pretty sure I know how to do this if I can. Let's see, Twitch. We do that. If we do that, I think they usually just lets me go through there. Right. You've been enjoying it, and the Ancestral Edition is on sale. Neat. Like I said, I don't know a single thing about it, so yeah. But yeah, I also need to. Why are you taking so long? I'm just trying to see I'm just trying to see when the ads are to play. So I'm not just gonna be like hanging out here being like, hey, hi, or going through while the ads are going. Cause I don't want to be like that. No. Okay, what if I run you off of that, not the Wi-Fi? Because I'm streaming it through the Wi-Fi. That should make it so it's not conflicting. Yes, that works. Okay, good. Okay, if I go to there, we get sent to the website. Okay. Now we should be going. Okay, ads are running. It says. Okay, so ads are running. So we got 2 minutes left for ads. I can see it on the OBS, but I need to. But like I said, I don't think I can look at it while I'm doing the tier list. But I'm just gonna. But we'll try. I'm also not gonna dismiss it just because I want to see what it is until I get it actually up and going here. I don't know. Is it going good on you guys' end? Please let me know because I want to make sure that it's not just gonna. Because I know when I've done live streams before, it's been kind of shoddy. But that's also because those are being streamed off my phone, so understandable, I guess. So I'm hoping that it's a lot better now, and I'm thinking this is how I'm going to do it if I'm doing more IRL streams, but we'll see about that. Well, but like I said, I don't intend to do these often. I'm just doing this because end of the year, I want to do my little wrap up. Okay. It says that the ads should be over, but it says the ad break's going to end, so I guess I'll just wait. I know. It looks like I'm just like I'm just like ducking out of view, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to check out my phone. Dang, I usually have my stand here. Oh no, there it is. Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. There we we go. Okay, with you guys right there for a bit. Yeah, this is how the little gaming room looks. Like I said, I got the new projector all set up. I actually got some blinds now, so it's a little bit better for gaming during the day. So yeah, it's doing a lot better here. Yeah, okay, I can see. Good, I can see it there. Perfect. Okay. Like I said, I can still see stuff here, but this is just gonna be my little like I can check over here if I need to. And then it says we should be just having a couple of. Yeah, it seems like it's going well because it's not saying like it's a problem over here. I'm hoping that's fine. I know the audio is probably gonna be sounding a bit different. It's a little bit more wonky. Actually, I can try out one thing. I mean, I could. Well, let's. Well, how bad does it sound? Let me test it. Hello, hello. Okay, it sounds like it should be fine, but I'm just gonna wait and see if that works. But yeah, okay. Yeah, it seems like it's fine. So, but if it sounds wrong at any time, just let me know. Because I do have, like I said, I do have my gaming mic that I use for when I'm streaming off the Xbox. I don't know if that's gonna sound better or not. But yeah, like I said, this is something new. I'm figuring out how it is. I just got OBS set up on like Friday night, so I'm kind of winging it a bit if you can't tell. But yeah, this was the best way I had to actually, and I like it because now because it actually made me to actually get something done that's gonna influence stream, and I like it. So what's that? So yeah, we so yeah, okay, and I think with that, I think it's about time to start. I was gonna try and do this daytime stream, but like I said, I was gonna do Nosferatu. I was gonna go see Nosferatu last night. I didn't because my car needed gas, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get gas and get to the theater in time. So I was like, okay, I'll just go. Go out, go see the movie right away, and then just go and then stream it like early afternoonish. And then I forgot that I have to take my car to get serviced as well, so I had to get a ride from a friend to actually luckily I have another capable vehicle here, but I then had to go and fill I had to then make my way over to the theater and then just so yeah, we ended up getting here, and then I was like, I need to pop up just a little bit more, and I made a little note of for a tier list on here that you guys will see here soon enough, and I'll let you know about that. But yeah, anyway, we should get started. It is a roguelike turn based game, and it's stressful. That's what I kind of assumed it was. It sounded like it was like a roguelike, going into the dungeon, maybe like Binding of Isaac style. I've never played that, I've seen people play it. But yeah. Anyway, let me just la. Yes. Okay. All right. This should be working then. All right. And I'll make sure it worked on the Twitch side of things. Okay. We should be. I'm just gonna wait for a second. Okay. Is this working? Okay. Looks like it works. Okay. So yeah, this is the tier list here. This is so we're starting off with the tier list. Like I said, this is hold on, I need to close that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, I don't have the pro version of this at all. So I've kind of just like cropped out the ads that are on the top, bottom, and there's like a video ad on the side. I tried to crop it all, so hopefully, so you guys won't see what they're trying to show you guys. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, this is the list of every game I don't know if I'm in camera, so but yeah, this is the list of every game I've done the completion for. So all the way from the first one to the one I just did, all of them here. In total, there's 80 games, which I'll be honest, it doesn't sound like a lot, but then again, I remember that I only really became an achievement grinder like this year or last year, one of the two, and only some of them carried over for my Xbox for my 360 days. So I need to. So I was and so it's not that bad, I think. But yeah. So like I said, it's the usual tiers: S, A, B, C, D. If you don't know what a tier list is, I'm surprised, but it basically rank it by how I feel about them. So yeah, and like I said, I've ranked them chronologically. I've not ranked them, but I've sorted them in here chronologically, so we're gonna start with the first game I've done. Like I said, this is according to True Achievements. I feel like the 360 games I've definitely done earlier than some of them, and some of them I will let you know that I probably did earlier because of reasons I know I did them earlier. But I will let you know about that. But this is just how True Achievements have it set up, so that's how I left it as. So it wouldn't be any more like, oh, did I do? I have to look somewhere else to figure out. But yes. So anyway, let's start off with the first one. The first one is Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this one, okay, yeah, this okay. I should also say this is not me ranking how hard they are. That's gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next tier list, which is a separate one. This is just how much I enjoyed the games because I thought that basically I played the whole game, played the whole grind of it, and I can give my full testimony as to how I thought of it. And Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna give it B tier. I probably enjoyed it more than I have some of the other Telltale games because there's a little bit more of it to do, but it's still a Telltale game, so it's not if you feel like you're gonna get a bit bored by the Telltale style, fair enough. I also just play a lot of Marvel games because I was a big fan of the MCU. I haven't really caught up in a while. I missed a lot of the. I've seen every movie. I've kind of missed a lot of the TV shows. And I've kind of just left them behind. Maybe at some point I should go off and watch the ones I missed. But I think everything after. Oh, what was the last one? I want to say it was Loki 2. Loki season 2 was probably the last of the Disney Plus shows I've seen. Hey, Monster Lax, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Yeah, you just showed up for the first tier list. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna giving Guardians of the Galaxy a B tier, whereas the next one, once again, Telltale game, Batman, but I'm gonna give this one an A tier. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna give it a higher B tier. There's a little bit more for you to do, but I feel like if I give any of the Telltale games higher than a B, but because I feel like I'm just doing a disservice because I'm just like there's some games with better gameplay that I enjoy a lot more. So I'm just gonna stick them in the B tier there. And next one, Batman 2. This is the sequel to this one. So, and I'm gonna give it a C tier. It's not as good as the original. There's some good moments. I just don't like the story as much, and I don't like it as much as Guardians. And I think you can feel that it just has that bit of an inferiority complex about it. So yeah. And then the next one is Lego Avengers. There's gonna be a couple Lego games on here, mainly because when I was doing the 50th grind, the Far Cry game, I was just like, I need something small and like not that challenging. I can just do off on the side and just not complete. And I did a lot of Lego games, but this is the first Lego game I've completed. Well, according to it, I'm pretty sure the 360 ones I did before them, but yeah, according to it, the first one is Lego Avengers, and honestly, yeah, it's pretty good. I would say. I'm gonna say A tier. I really enjoyed them, but and like I said, I feel like Marvel is kind of like it's gonna be pushing it a bit because I'm a Marvel fan, and that's just gonna make it peak it up a bit. And I think I really enjoyed it. And I also think I just love I think it was the peak Lego game time when it was like you have an open world. You don't have too much of an open world, but you have like you have a good amount of an open world. You got some stuff you can do in it. You can have fun, and there's good levels. And these ones are based off of the MCU movies, which I think kind of detracted it because I liked the original one more because it was like a unique story. But if you like the MCU movies or if you like the original Lego Marvel, pretty good game. The next one, Lego Jurassic World. This is an S tier. This isn't my favorite, but but definitely my second favorite. It's a fun game, and this would probably be the one I recommend. This is wouldn't be the one I recommended, but I would say if you are looking for a chill game that pretty easy grind, and you like and I guess if you like Jurassic World or dinosaurs, I guess if your kid's just like I want to play dinosaur game, that's the game. So yeah. Then Lego Marvel. This is S tier as well. This is my favorite of the Lego games. This is my favorite as a child. This is my favorite now. I think it's the perfect scale, perfect amount. Not too much stuff that you have to It doesn't feel like a slog to get through because there's not too much stuff to do, but it's still a fun time and it's definitely. There's a couple of achievements that that might be a little bit tricky for younger kids, but it's a pretty fun game. And like I said, these two, I think they're my Lego classics, the ones I enjoy a lot. A Way Out, I'll be honest, A Way Out is getting an A tier. I'll put it, and I'm gonna put it above Avengers because if you've never played A Way Out, this is I'm I'll be honest. I think I don't know. We'll get to It Takes Two because I did do the completion. Well, you can see what I did there, but yeah, I enjoyed It Takes Two, and I enjoyed A Way Out. I'm gonna, but I think for me, I don't know which one I prefer more, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna have to make the decision soon because it's right there. But it's definitely a fun game. I definitely think Haze Light has had some good co-op. Well, I think these are the two. I don't know if they've made any others besides those two, but those in that style. But there's a reason why those two are classics, and it's just they're both a fun time. Yeah, fun little co-op game. You get your friend, you come along, you play a little game. This one, A Way Out. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the ending here is like it's a stab in the gut really of for a co-op game, but it does it perfectly, and so yeah, I think it's an A tier. I'm not I think I want to put into S tier, but I'm also like I feel like I'm gonna end up putting I don't know. Maybe I can move them up or down more if I feel like it. But yeah, Kill It With Fire is going in S tier, and I'm putting it back here. This is a this if you this is a game I there's gonna be a lot of these where I'm like this is a lesser known game, but if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. This is a game all about killing spiders. It's that's basically the game. You go into the house, you kill the spiders, you move on. But it's like but it has some but it's pretty comedic about it. You just like you go out with like a fucking AR-15 and you just go bam, kill them all. Or you like go with like a hairspray fire sprayer, or just like toss C4 around, or just hit them around with a clipboard. It's a fun game. This is a game that you just this that you're not like this isn't one like it's like oh yes the cinematography the plot it's so compelling. No, this is kill spiders and have fun the game, and the title says it. So yeah, it's an S tier. I guess S for spiders then. Uh, Hue. Hue is also a good indie game. I'm not gonna. I don't think I had as much fun with it as Kill with Fire, but it's an interesting concept. I think I'm gonna put it. What is it? I think I'm gonna put it A tier above Avengers, but below Way Out. It's a fun game. It has an interesting concept. It's a puzzle game, and you get colors, and you have to and it's basically like you change the view of it, and you can remove certain colors by adding in that by putting that in the background from a color wheel that you get, and keep adding more and more to it, which adds more and more. Like you having to switch between this color to this color to this color, and it just makes the puzzles even it's just it's just a nice little puzzle game if you want it's not like I said. I think a lot of these are gonna be like it's not a hard game, but it's a nice chill game. Same thing goes for the next one of Beast of Maryville Isle. I'll be these two, Hue and Beast I got as free games from Games with Gold back when that was a thing. I'm gonna put this above Hue because I have more fun with it. Basically, Beast is basically if you ever played Pokemon Snap, this is it, but for a console and with with not Pokemon, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Basically, this was like my me being like, oh yeah, this is Pokemon Snap, but I can play it on an Xbox and I get achievements for it. And it was fun. I would I kind of want to put it into S tier, but I can't put it above A Way Out. So maybe I might. So if I move A Way Out, I might move Beast up there with it. Yeah, I. Beast was a fun time. It's not a hard grind as well. It's just pretty much just like take photos at all the opportunities and go through it. But it's a nice chill game. I think out of the ones so far, this is my well. I think this is the first cozy game we have on here. I wouldn't Kill It Fire definitely isn't cozy because spiders and blowing them all up to Kingdom Come. Pew I'd say is partially cozy, but it's more puzzle. I'd say this is a pretty cozy game. I'd say it's a pretty fun time. Hitman: Word of Assassination. I am a big Hitman fan. Well, I say I'm a big Hitman fan. I only joined into it actually no, it was about 5 years. So yeah, I'd say I'm a good Hitman fan. I enjoy this game. I did as you can see, this is a pretty older grind, but it's a pretty easy grind. It's not like you have to do everything. Well, I say easier, but that's because I transferred all my progress from Hitman 2 into Hitman 3, and it just knocks out a lot of the achievements when you do that. So I got a couple of them would just get out of here and gimme. So it was, so yeah, like I said, it's fairly, I wouldn't say it's easy because it is a bit of a slog to do a lot of the challenges, but I love the Hitman games. I got joined into it, I joined into it Hitman 1, after the game had already been over and no one was really caring about it. Then Hitman 2 got announced, and release, and I joined on to it day one, and I pre-ordered it. And I same thing happened with Hitman 3, and I I've just been a fan of it ever since, and I gotta give it S tier. I gotta give it S tier. Where is it? Yeah, come on, stop trying to put D. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it above all of this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it above it. I think nostalgia is really playing into me. One put Lego Marvel ahead of it, but I think the fact that I've looked at this with modern eyes and I've enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it above it. It takes two. It takes two is S tier, and well, like I don't know. Like I said, it's I feel like I like the co-op and I like the gameplay more in It Takes Two. I think it has more unique gameplay, but then again, I also like the story of A Way Out more. So it kind of depends. I think I like the game. I think I care more about gameplay. It Takes Two. It goes up there. Like I said, I play Kill with Fire. There's no story to that. It's just, well, there's a bit of a story, but it's basically just kill spiders and then, you know, try and do the town, basically just kill spiders. Like I said. So yeah. What is it? Yeah. So yeah. That's gonna. It takes. If you. I mean, this one game of the year for the year came out, so I think it's fair. I think it shouldn't have won. I agree with people saying that shouldn't have won, but I think it was fair enough to be nominated. I'd say. Gang Beast. This is a. If you've never played Gang Beast, this is just a fun little multiplayer game. The grind for it isn't all that bad. I'll be honest. I'll get to the rarest achievement, which I think was a bit challenging, but it's not all that bad. I think a lot of the achievements are just bad because it's a multiplayer game, so you have to and a lot of them arbitrary, not like anything related with wins or whatnot. You just have to do it while getting beat up by everyone else. It's a fun game. I'm gonna give it A tier. I'd say. Yeah, we'll put it there. I know I'm putting a lot of games up here, but I mean, then again, if I've done the grind for it, I'm kind of looking more favorably because I put the time into it. I got the grind done. I had my fun with it. I think it's just fair that there's gonna be a lot of S's and A's. I think. You know what? Fuck it. I'm moving away up to S tier. Actually, I'm gonna move Kill with Fire down a bit. Uh, You know what? I'm gonna move the nostalgia picks down here because these are up here for nostalgia and because I enjoyed them. I'm gonna put the modern picks up here. I'd say. Coffee Talk. I want to put this. A lot of these, I'm like, I want to put it S tier, but I'm also like, I don't want to overflow into S tier and then be like, yeah, I just loved every game so much. But yeah, Coffee Talk. It's a nice look. It's another cozy game, I'd say. Actually, no, this is going A tier because I did not like the. It was the cat. I don't know if I should really be putting the achievement grinds into these decisions all that much, but I am. So yeah, so basically it's a short. Is it short? It's a fairly sized game, I'd say, where you basically you play as a coffee as a as a coffee barista. Yeah, you serve mythological not myth well, super, mythological or supernatural. I forget which one it would be, but basically you serve vampire, werewolf, squid lady. You serve those kinds of creatures coffee and help them solve their problems. It's a nice little cozy game. I know if any of you watch Soda Pop Fizzles, who's a fellow streamer. She did a full playthrough of the game, and she's a nice streamer. I highly recommend you go check her out if you haven't. Uh, they fall more into supernatural and mythological. Yeah, I think so. But then again, it's like you have the squid lady, you have the orc, you have I get so I don't know. It's out of the ordinary. It's basically you know folk. I guess folk would it be folklore? I don't know. It's yeah, I'd say more supernatural. I agree. Then yes, we have the next one. Oh, if you were around during the 2000, what time was it? I want to say 2010s. Untitled Goose Game. It was everywhere. And honestly, fair enough. You get a. I want to say it's S tier, but it's a joke game, so I feel it's just. It's I'm trying to decide if I want to put a joke game in there. Also, Fallen Folklore. I just need to play the second chapter. I have not played Coffee Talk 2 either. I need to get on to playing that. Maybe that's only going to be a grind in the new year. I just haven't gotten around to it because I just haven't justified the price tag. I played the original Coffee Talk because I got it for free with Game. A lot of these I'm gonna say is just I got it for free with Games with Gold, which was so Coffee Talk I did, Beast I did, Hue I did. The Batman games I did, the Batman Telltale games I did. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of these are just like I got them with Games with Gold, which I'm still mad that it's defunct now. Which because I still think it's better than Game Pass Core, and I will defend that on for it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it S tier, but I'm gonna put it behind the nostalgia picks because I liked it. I thought I had fun with. Actually no, we're putting it down here. Like no. You go back up to the nostalgia pick. I'm gonna put you down there. Like I said, it's a fun game. Everyone's. I'm sure a lot of people a lot of people here have seen Goose Game and know about it. But it's a fun game. It's not a game that you're gonna be like. It's you play as a goose. You screw around with people. What more can you ask for? Assassin's Creed OG S tier. It goes. I'm gonna put it up there. Honestly, I I did do the full grind for Assassin's Creed because you can't do it on Xbox because you do have Xbox achievements. I love Assassin's Creed. Like I know this is I know this is Assassin's Creed One, and a lot of people say it's not as good, not that good. I agree that the story missions are not that good, but I like the actual story of it a lot more than some of the other ones. So I had fun. I enjoyed it. I had fun. What's going on here? What is it? Why are you doing this to me? We're still going? Okay, no, there's not anything going on there. Okay. But yeah, so like I said, it's like I said, Assassin's Creed. If you haven't heard of Assassin's Creed, I'd be surprised, but it's an S. I'm gonna the original one's an S tier. Like I said, the mission layout could be a bit better. It's a lot like it's a bit repetitive there, but I think the fact that it stood off the whole Assassin's Creed series and I enjoyed the story and just like basically set up the whole series. I enjoyed it and I think it deserves its spot there. So yeah. The next one, Unheard. This is another one I feel like not a lot of people are gonna have heard about. Funnily enough, because it's called Unheard. This is a small little. I want to say indie. I might be using that term wrong. But it's it's basically a little. It's basically a detective game, but you don't get to see what happens. And let me explain that. You have a top down, you have a bird's eye view of a map. You have characters talking in each of the areas. You have to figure out who the characters are and what's going on for certain bits of the story. And I think that's a unique little concept they had. And I just realized I didn't switch over the damn title and whatnot. Oh shit! All right, hold on. I need to switch that off. But yeah. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Ban. Ban. There we go. Of course, they're gonna pop in here. I need to quickly switch off that, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about while I switch the title here. Where is it? But yeah, I enjoyed Unheard. It is a like I said, I think it's on sale right now for like I want to say it's half price on Xbox at least. I think definitely people should you should check that out if if you like detective games. I highly recommend it because it's just a unique take on it where you have to figure out what's going on with just like with basically audio cues and whatnot, and like seeing you can see what people are in it, but you don't know who it is. You got to figure out who everyone is via like the little audio and whatnot. It's a unique. I think it's just unique. I need to frequently switch that out. Uh, we can. I'll come up with a more creative title when I when I hold on. Let's quickly to it's Teammaker, right? It's the name of the website. Okay, fine. Let's switch to just chatting then. Okay, there we go. Okay, there. Now we should be switched. All right. Okay, should be back then. All right. Make sure that's I'll make sure that's saved. Okay, should have saved, right? Oh, ads are gonna be coming in soon as well. All right, so yeah, like I said, it's a. I'm gonna say it goes into. Yeah, I'm gonna say it goes into because like I said, it's an interesting concept and I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I like enjoyed it as much as some of the other ones. I'm gonna say A tier. It goes to the top of A tier because, like I said, I enjoyed the concept of it. I had fun with it. I enjoyed this. I think the story was a bit weaker. Like the individual scenes were nice, and I enjoyed them, but like the overall story was a bit iffy, I'd say. So yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it there. But I highly recommend you guys check this out if you. I think I guess out of all the ones I see here that I feel like people should check out that no one's that people have, probably haven't, I'm gonna say it's either Unhood you should check out or Beast of Villa. That's my thoughts. AC Unity. Con I remember there was a lot of people saying that they didn't like Unity, and I think I've kind of seen like a little bit of change in the recent years. So I feel like a lot of it was like when it was like the buggy launch and whatnot. But I enjoyed Unity, and I think I joined into it like early into the lifespan as well. I don't, but I remember seeing a lot of the bugs and whatnot. And I'm a guy who like will have games just like bug out on him for no damn reason. I apparently just like the bugs just all attract to me whenever they go off, and I just like and but Unity never really bugged out on me, so I don't think it was really that all that like it didn't really change all that much. I think so. I'm not gonna. I don't. Like I said, I enjoyed the gameplay of Unity. I enjoyed some of the individual missions of Unity, but I didn't really enjoy the overall story all that much. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it A tier. Like it's either a low S tier or a high A tier. Like I enjoyed it. But okay, yeah. Have a good look at Munch Blacks. I'll see you there soon. But you'll be back in 15 minutes. Something I gotta take care of something. Fair enough, man. That's understandable. I'm gonna try and do one real quick before the ads run out, and then we'll wait. But yeah, the next one, Adios. This is probably the I'm gonna say this is D tier. Not this is a smaller game, so I can't be all that mad about it. But it's kind of slow, and it's just not a lot going on. It's basically the story is that you play as a pig farmer who is connected to the mob, and this is your last day when you want to get out of being with the mob. So you spend the day with this mob hitman who's trying to convince you to get back into it, but he's also a but he, and just but you basically just spend the whole day not a lot of it just happens because they want it to happen and it's just like trying to show them being together and whatnot. But I'll be honest, it doesn't work for me. It's very slow, a very short game as well. That's which makes me which like I said, nothing against the people who made it. It's a smaller game and it's a smaller studio, I know, but I just didn't have all that much fun with it. I'll be honest. It was just I just kind of did it because it was a short grind, and I thought it was, the con and I like I said I also got it with Games with Gold, so I got it for free. I didn't spend any money for it. So there wasn't any like sunk cost into it, but yeah. So I feel like it was just kind of a bit weak in my opinion. And it says ads about to start soon, so I will hold off on actually ranking there for a bit. It says ads should be is starting soon. You saying it? It says ads should be starting soon, but okay. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. But yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, we're gonna wait there for the ads. Then it says ad, yeah, okay, ads are going on right now. We're gonna wait on them before we start. I'm gonna quickly just I'll switch over to chatting while we wait for. Actually, I'll let you guys. I'll let you. Well, I guess if you guys are here right now while we're in the ads, anyone subbed using Twitch Turbo or whatnot, yeah, what do you guys, any of you guys have any interesting thoughts on any of these games up here, or any that you can see in the bottom row down there? You can see a couple. I think yeah, you can see. I think all like the name tags up there and the ones that aren't. I feel like you guys can kind of tell what they are. I think it's just those first two there that you can't tell, and one of them you can obviously tell, and the other one I feel like if you know what the game is, you know what it is. But if not, I'll tell. You'll find out soon enough. But yeah, and then yeah, you can pretty much see. Well, I guess the end one you also can't see, but and it's a bit small, so you can't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how long this is gonna take because I was just like, it's gonna be about it's three tier lists. How long is it gonna take? And I was like, well, I did put a lot in that one tier list, and I've never done anything like this before, so I was a bit like, that's why I wanted to do a daytime stream initially, so I like had time in case something happened like that. Something like it was like you took 15 hours to do it, but yeah, I mean, we've gotten about like 10 games done in about half an hour. So, I mean, a lot of that was also just me like That's the thing. I've been yapping about these games, but that's because I want to talk about them. I don't want to just be like A tier, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. I don't want to just be like that. I want to like talk about the games and talk about like why I completed them and like what my thoughts on it were. Just to make it a bit more like stuff and not just like me being like S tier, A tier. You know what I mean? And like I said, maybe I made too many tier lists because like I said, I made one for all the games I've done the grind for, which is right here. We have the next one, which is going to be the rarest achievements in the games, which does include the DLCs. So some of them, I'm going to be honest, they're just signs that no one's played the DLC. So because I'm like those are definitely not the hardest achievements, but no one's bought the DLC for them, so it's the rarest. So yeah. And then after that is my ranking of a lot of the movies I've seen. Initially it was going to be like all the movies I've seen in theaters, and then it was going to be every movie I've seen this year, plus every movie I've seen in theaters, plus, but not everyone I've seen this year. Everyone I've seen, I have in my collection up there. And then I just pretty much transitioned to, hey, I remember I saw this movie. Let's put this on the list. And I had to stop myself at some point because, like, okay, stop. You're gonna put like 1,500 movies on this list, and it's gonna be take 9 hours to do the whole list. So I stopped myself, and I probably stopped a little too late, but I could. But the thing about this is that you can't remove picks after you put them in, and also I don't think I would have. So I was just so yeah, it's just kind of how it is now. I can always stop halfway through it if I'm like, yeah, I'm done, and I don't. I'm done with it. It's like you guys are just like, well, switch to something else. Or if we hit the midnight hour, I'm like, I'm just too tired to really make all this, coherent conversation and whatnot. But yeah, so I think ads should be over now. Yeah, I think ads should be over now. So yeah, let's get back to the rankings. So yeah, first one back. We have Lego Ninjago, the game. I'll be honest. This is going into. I haven't. This has been a while since I've done this one. I'm trying to remember if it was C28 or B tier or C tier. I'm gonna say B tier. Like it's a Lego game. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't really care about Ninjago. I got it because it was. It wasn't even Games Gold. It was free on Xbox for a bit. I don't know why, but it just was. So I picked it up for free, and I was like, "Oh, free! Oh, Lego game. Let's just get the grind for this done." And I got the grind for it. Not a lot of memories made about it. I didn't really, and like I said, it's not even like actual Ninjago. It's the Ninjago movie that came out like a couple years ago. But yeah, I just didn't really care about it all that much. But like I said, it actually had gameplay to it that I enjoyed a lot more than I did Batman Two. Like I said, Batman Two had it had it the first episode I liked, and then the episodes after that I didn't really care about because the first episode was like, oh, it's like it's just a reimagining of the Riddler. It's like all this like he has like a Saw villain now. That was interesting, and then they just immediately spoil. I'm not sure spoil. Yeah, spoilers. He gets killed off right away in the first episode, and he's gone, and he just never comes back. And I'm like, he could have easily been the main villain. You just killed him off. All right, but yeah, so I guess that's the reason why it's C tier a bit more. Dead Rising 2 Case West. We're gonna get into a lot more of the Dead Rising games, but I'm gonna be honest. Case West, it was. I want to say it's high B tier. I want to say it's B tier high. It's a standalone DLC for after Dead Rising 2. Basically shows like Frank and Chuck joining together to take down Trans, which is the company that makes the Zombrex. I don't want to try and like I said, I don't want to get into like too much of the stories because I don't want to like spoil anything. Because like I said, pretty much all the games here that I've played and done the grind for, I highly recommend people play. Well, except for C tier, D tier, I'd say, but they can't because a lot of them are just like I put a lot of time into it because I enjoyed them and I had fun with them, which is why they're higher up on the list. But actually, I think I'm gonna move Slim Dog. No, I think I'll keep it up here. I'm still iffy about whether I keep it B tier or C tier. But yeah, but yeah, it's it's for what it is. It's fine, but I just don't feel like I'm able to put it any higher than B tier. My love of Dead Rising wants me to put it higher, but I'm like the game is all honestly it's not all that it's basically like tied you over till the next Dead Rising, which I think at that point was going to be off the record. So yeah, Lego Indiana Jones. I liked it. I love this game. I am gonna put it. I'm gonna put it B tier. It was. Uh, I want to put it. Do I want to put it B tier? No, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'll put it here. Actually, no. I liked it more than. Yeah, I'll put it there. This was a nice little game. It's definitely shows that it's one of the older Lego games because it's only like the hub world, which is not even like you do anything there. It's just pretty much you just put the hop into the levels and you get to see your mini kit stuff. It's a tiny little bit of extra stuff, but not that much. So it's a I like Indiana. I'll be honest. I'm an Indiana Jones fan. I like the game. But I just don't see myself doing wanting to go back to it that much. Like these two have nostalgia based on it, and I would if someone was like, "Hey, you want to help? You want to do some co-op game? You want to do some?" You is like, if I'm playing like these ones are gonna be the ones I like play with my kids when I have them. I'll be like, "This is how I'm gonna introduce them, either doing achievement gun or just like playing video games in general. I'm gonna use these to introduce them. This one I might, these two I might. These ones I'm probably only do if they're like, oh, I want to play that Lego game. I'll be like, fine. All right, the next one is the Wheel of Fortune, the game, which was mainly because it was I got it as like a 2 pack between with that and Jeopardy because I was like, you know what, I can't, a lot of my family just likes play, I wanted some games I could play with my family on Xbox, and I have a couple of people in the family who are big fans of the game shows, so I felt like these were apt picks to pick up. I have these. I have a collection of a lot of like Hasbro games for online, and I have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I think it's on Switch instead of Xbox. So yeah, it's like I said, the game for itself is fun. The grind for it, I don't remember how bad it was. I don't think it was that bad, but I do remember it. But I feel like it could have been worse if you just don't get lucky with the wheel. But yeah, I think honestly, I'd say I'm gonna say it's I'll put it 8. I'll put it B tier. I'm putting a lot. I think I'm putting a little too much into 8. I don't know. I feel like my mind's like I want to try and make it even, so I'm not like putting too much into one area. But also my mind is like, you know what? Fuck it. Just put your be biased. Put it where you feel like it. Unpacking. I feel like this is another cozy game, and I feel like this is probably the most known cozy game on this list because I feel like a bit of people have heard about Coffee Talk. I feel like nobody's talked about Beast of Maravilla. But yeah, I liked unpacking. I'm gonna say I'll put it above Coffee Talk. Yeah, I'll put it above Coffee Talk because I think it has a little bit better. It has better gameplay than Coffee Talk, and it does a lot of environmental storytelling, which I enjoyed. I'm gonna plug my phone here because it's about to die. All right, there we go. But yeah, I enjoyed unpacking, and I think there's also just like a OCD game at its finest, where you just put stuff in its place and you try to make it all fit in the thing. Kind of like the precursor to something like a little to the left, which is pretty much all just OCD putting stuff around. But yeah, I liked it. It's fun. Next one is the original Lego Batman, and this is also a nostalgia pick, but I don't know if it's as. You know what? I'm gonna put it with the nostalgia picks. I'll put it at the end of the nostalgia picks because it's a fun game, and I think it actually doesn't really hurt it much that it's a smaller size. Maybe it's just because I have nostalgia for it because it's also like an early game I played. But I also think that the idea the designs of the level designs were decently splurge. It wasn't like it didn't feel like a it just, and especially since it was a unique story as well, it was just like you play through its own stuff, and I think it also introduced me to a lot of like the Batman villains and whatnot because this was like one of the first Batman things I actually saw and played, and I feel like it was a good little it's a good little introduction to the Batman series if you apparently never heard of it at that point. So yeah, so I thought it was a little fun game. The next one, Sherlock Holmes. This is another game. I should make a low number. I should count how many games on here are just like from Games with Gold because there's a good amount of them that I've just got with Games with Gold, and they're just like easy games. But yeah, this was a nice little detective game. But this is basically if you don't know who Sherlock Holmes is, once again I feel like you've been living under a rock. But it's nice little game, nice little detective game. You play Sherlock Holmes, you solve crimes, you solve murders or robberies or what's going on, and you just try and figure out who done it. And some of them are a little bit more confounded than others, and some of them are just straight up like this person murk this person, and this is how they did it. Figure out, point out how, use the clues and whatnot, and yeah, it's an like I haven't played any other Sherlock Holmes games, but I definitely enjoyed my time with this one. This one I feel like I did this game earlier before I actually got done here, but the thing is I skipped a section in it that you got an achievement for, and that's the whole reason why I didn't do it. I was like, I just never did it, and it was a stealth section, and I'll be honest, that's one of the rare achievements because nobody just straight up did it because no everyone's like, fuck that stealth section, get out of here. So yeah, this is going. I want to put it. I'll be honest. I want to put it A tier. I'm gonna put it there. Sure, that feels not right. But yeah. All right, welcome back, Munchlax. Yeah, this is what we've done for the tier list so far. If you see anything, so this is what we got on the tier list so far. Yeah, next another game I got with Games Gold stacking. This is another like short little game that you can have fun with. This was back in the 360 era, and it's just basically the whole point of the game is you're a what's it? It's a is it like babushka doll or what? Or it's one of those dolls that you can like stack inside of each other. And basically, the whole point is you're like the child of like a family of them. You're the smallest one because you're like the one that's all put together and can't pop apart. And the whole point of the game is everyone gets kidnapped. You have to find them again, and you can. And the whole point and the whole power point of the game is you can hop into characters that are bigger than you and go up the size, go up the size, go up the size, and just like and and you basically it's kind of like a puzzle game with that. And I had fun with this. This is a small little game, and I definitely enjoyed it. I'm gonna put this. Where is it? I think I don't know. I feel like it's a short game, so I don't know how much I can really give it to it. But it's also like it's a neat aesthetic. I liked it. I'm gonna put it above Hue. I like put it above the yeah. I'll put it there. Actually, yeah, I'll put it there. Sure, that sounds right. All right. Yeah. Next one is Far Cry 3. Yeah, the next one is Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. This I'm gonna say this, but I'm saying this about a lot of them, but I have a soft spot in my heart for Far Cry games because if you don't know, Far Cry 5 is my favorite game ever made currently. I say currently because there's always a chance that another game can come by, and one of them that's coming up soon, probably my favorite indie game. But I don't know if it's beat Far Cry 5 yet. Maybe it might have. I don't know. I'm unsure about it. I have to think about it a bit more, I guess. But yeah, but Far Cry 3, it's a classic. Everyone knows the meme about it of the insanity, and there's a whole and I mean there's a I mean I don't feel like I really need to talk that much about it, but I'll be honest, it's a lot of people complain about Hoyt, but I can look past that. It's going S tier above. I'm putting it here. That feels right. Well, no. Hoyt keeps it down there. Hoyt will keep it. I'm, if those who don't know, Hoyt is the main bad guy, and you may be thinking, oh, what? Oh, so he's the guy in the red tank top, and he's voiced by the same guy as Nacho from Better Call Saul. No, that's no, that's no, that is what's his name? Voss. That's Voss. Voss is peak Far Cry. He is. I'll be honest. Far Cry 5 is my favorite game. Voss is my favorite of the antagonists. But he just dies off halfway through the game and he's replaced with Hoyt, who just doesn't live up to him. Who just doesn't live up to Michael Mondo's like chaotic energy there. Like I said, Hoyt's fine, but he's dragged the game. But he definitely is a step down from Voss. Voss should have stabbed Hoyt in before the end of the game, and then he should have taken over as the main bad guy. Like the game should have been teasing that Hoyt's the bad guy, and Voss is just like the little like plucky underling that you like, and then he ends up killing Hoyt and then becomes the leader. That would have been a fun game, and I'm sure a lot of people would have enjoyed that more with the game. But like I said, I think it's fine, but I think it is enough for me to say that it's just not as good as the as it's just not as good as the other ones on that list. But yeah. So like I said, anyway, so let's move on to the next one. Kill Frequency is S tier. Like I was implying here, this is probably one of my favorite indie games here. For those who don't know, I'm gonna just put this where I feel like it belongs, which is where did I put this? Definitely better than A Way Out. Definitely better than It Takes Two. Oh, I guess yeah, I'll put it there. For those that don't know, yeah, I think that people that's why people are mad at his toys the main villain because Boss stole the show. Like I said, that's exactly what it is. But that's why I'm thinking that if Voss steals the show, let him steal it. He is fucking taking it away. Everyone always thinks of Far Cry 3. They think Voss. They don't think of anything else. They think Voss out of everything there. But yeah, but yeah, and Killer, like I said, to get like I said, we finished. We talked about Far Cry 3. Let's focus on the new games on here. Killer Frequency, like I said, probably one of my favorite indie games. I know it came out just a couple years ago, but it's top. Basically, the whole point of it is you're basically playing in a horror movie, but you're a radio DJ who's running the 911 calls. That sounds like a lot, but the game works and you have fun with it. So the whole point of the game is you do the radio station with your assistant. You get calls from people who are about to get killed by the serial killer out there, and you have to help them out. You have and then, but they have you help out in interesting ways. Like one of them, you tell them how to hotwire a car. One of them, you have to help a group of teens using a personality test survive. Do a little pseudo play and try and stop the killer from getting them all and get him out of there. Another one is you have to is a guy goes out and fights the killer. He gets caught. He gets like trapped in a dumpster, and you have to help for some random person go to the place so they can help him out of the dumpster by finding which dumpster he's in. And there's also one where you have to like actually like do like a bunch of puzzle solving and whatnot to figure out what person the killer's gonna go after next, so you can call them and tell them to try and get saved. So yeah, it's a fun game. I enjoyed it. I will. I It took me a while to actually do the completion for it because one of the achievements on it was just like I didn't want to try it out, but I ended up doing it. It was pretty, and honestly, it was pretty easy. I don't understand why I didn't do it earlier, but yeah, it was fun. Alan Wake remastered. This is going S tier. This is going S tier, and it is going. Ooh. I'll be honest. It goes right. Yeah, I'm gonna put it there. Alan Wake. I only got played Alan Wake this year. Yeah, we're getting to the this year grinds right now. So I only played Alan Wake this year because I was like, you know what, I want to try it out. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I was like, you know what, I want to try it out, see how it is. I loved it. I was like, why haven't I played this earlier? I fell in love with it, except for a couple of achievements, which I will get to. It was a fun time. I loved it. I highly recommend people. Like I said, I've been saying this about a couple of these, but I highly recommend people play it because it lives up to it. If you don't play this one, play the sequel, which I will get to soon. But it's going to be a little bit longer because like I said, I include the DLC, and the DLC delays when I get the completion. So yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta plug my phone. My phone's not plugged in right entirely. Hold on, 1 second. So my phone is not charging. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. But yeah, like I said, it was just great. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put Alan Wake 2 above it, but I'm letting you guys know right now because obviously, but it's fun. You play it, iconic. Play it. It is even do the grind for it even. There's some challenging achievements in it, but I think that makes it worth it because it's not just like giving you the achievement, the completion, except for two of them, which I will get to because those are the only two that I'm like I get rid of these. I don't like them because it just doesn't make sense. But other than that, it's a great game. I highly recommend people play it. But yeah, next one, Quantum Break. This one goes into. I'll be honest. This is probably the least well known of the Remedyverse, and I think a lot of people count it as not part of the Remedyverse. I do, which is why I did it in the lineup of Remedyverse games. But this is going into. I'll be honest. It's going to go into mid A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put it there. It's a fun concept. Basically, the concept is you play as a character who ends up learning how to do time travel and ends up being able to control time with himself. And the whole basically if you love time travel movies like Back to the Future or what's another one like Loop or whatnot, this is a great game. This is a fun game. I put it in the middle of the road because the grind foot can be a bit tough, especially with the HUD tier. I still fucking hate Paul, who's the final boss. I and I mean I'm not that's not a spoiler. The game teases it all the way over there, so it's not a spoiler at all that Paul's the final boss because he's the big bad guy throughout the entire game. But he just he you get you have he is out of all the other fights, he is the one that will just keep killing you and keep killing you, and you have to just keep fighting him and keep fighting. And eventually, you'll beat him. And I can say that about a lot of the other achievements, and I'll get to them soon. But yeah, it does have a good collectible count. That's one thing about Alan Wake. It does have a big collectible count, but then again, so does Assassin's Creed, the fucking flags, and the Templars. Those are, but it is like I said, the collectibles are probably the only downside. But just pretty much just play with a guide if you want to go for the grind. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I recommend you either do that your second playthrough or do it your first playthrough, but try and find a guide that doesn't have spoilers on it. But yeah, it's a pretty easy one. But it's a fun game. Like I said, the few ones I'm going to talk about are going to be in the next tier list. But it's a fun game. I highly recommend people play it. Control is going at least A tier. Where do I put it? Do I want to put it there? No, I'm going to put it S tier. Mm, I'll be honest. I started off liking Control, and then I didn't like it, and then I liked it again. I'm gonna say S tier. I'm gonna put it there. I like the well. Actually, I do like the gameplay. You put you there. Yeah. Actually, no. I don't think I can put you above them. Yeah. Yeah. That's where you're staying. Control. But yeah. Control is. I think this I think it might have surpassed Alan Wake at the point when it came out because it just got popular. It's a fun game. It's if you want a game if you're looking at Alan Wake and you're like I like the style but I want a bit different gameplay style. I want different gameplay. Control's your pick. I think I even like the gameplay and Control a bit more than OG Alan Wake, but I like I said a lot of these it's been a while so I can't really say I can't be entirely sure. But I'm gonna find out soon enough because I'm gonna do a regrind for both those because I'm gonna do the OG Alan Wake on Xbox 360, and I'm gonna do Control Ultimate Edition, which is the same thing, but it's all the DLC included with it. I did do the DLC for the OG edition, but I just did the OG edition instead of the Ultimate Edition because apparently the Remedy series on True Achievement just only counts the OG as part of it than the Ultimate Edition. But yeah, it's a fun game. Highly recommend it. I guess I'm already saying that a lot of them. The verse is going into D tier, and I'm gonna put it below Adios because while Adios has an excuse because it's a small studio, Arrowverse is not. It's a multiplayer game. I had a bit of fun with it, but the problem is it's been entirely dead for its whole life. Good luck finding people, and when you do find people, they're gonna be the people who've been playing since day one and only care about playing as hard as they can. So good luck with it. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe Resident Evil just has bad luck with multiplayer games because no one cares about them. They just want the solo games. But yeah, and the grind foot is just a pain. But yeah, so Oasis is staying in D tier, and it probably will end up being the lowest game on here. But I did it because I got it for free, and I was like, you know what? If Jazzy can do it, I might as well do it myself. But yeah, next game, Firewatch. Firewatch is going to be it's a walking sim, but it's an enjoyable walking sim. It's a bit of a, I'll say, I agree that it's a cozy game. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll be honest. It's probably A tier right there. I'd say I enjoyed Firewatch. I don't think, but I think it's a lot more well known of the cozy games on here, even more than Unpacking. But I think if you've seen how it goes, you don't really need to play it. Unpacking, if you've seen it already, you can play it. You can still play it. Coffee Talk is the same, even with even if you don't count the story, you still got a barista mode. You, Firewatch, you can't really do that. It's pretty much all story, which it's not a bad thing, but it's just you learn about the story, you learn about the story. Not a lot of gameplay, honestly, but it's charming, but that's all it's got. Superliminal. This is a what I'm gonna say is if you want a game similar to Stanley Parable but less of a walking sim, Superliminal is what you play as. This game fucks with your viewpoint and what you're doing in the game so often, and it just tries to troll you the whole time. basically imagine Stanley Parable if with better gameplay and no narrator. That's the best way to describe it. Like there's a bit of a narrator. Actually, I guess there is, but it's not like you have to like disobey them. It's just like, please remember you're in a dream, and that's the whole point of the game is that you're in a dream. So everything just acts wonky and loopy. And but I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it. Honestly, I'm going to give it an S tier. It's a fun game. I'm going to put it. Um, you know what? The speedrun achievements I hate. I didn't like. I'm putting you there. Assassin's Creed Origins is going up in S tier, and it is going right. Yeah, it's going right there. Assassin's Creed Origins is my favorite of the Assassin's Creed games by a long shot. Well, at least as of the ones I've played and done the full grind to, I enjoyed it. I think it had the best it had the best like targets out of all the games. You had the best reason because they killed your son. You're gonna go get revenge. Don't need the whole like Templar explanation and whatnot. Just they killed your son. Go kill them. Yes, they're part of a cult, but they killed your son. Go get them. And I think I think I think it's supposed to be RPG games, but it doesn't feel like. I think my one problem with it is that it's a big open area, but some of it's just a lot of empty. But once you get to the area, you can fast travel, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, it's pretty fun. You enjoy Firewatch when you did it for the grind for it. Like I said, you can play Firewatch. You play it, you get the grind for it, you're done. It's not there's not really any reason to replay it because you play it for the story and that's it, and the achievement grind if you're an achievement grinder. But that's pretty much all you do is just story grind, and then you pretty much don't need to play it again. But yeah, you couldn't get into Origins. Like I said, it's different from the other Assassin's Creed games. So if you don't like the change, I can understand it. But and like I said, these are all subjective. This isn't me saying you should like these games because I do. This is me saying this is what I think of these games. This is my recommendations, and you can listen to them or you can not. It's your opinion. We all have different opinions, and I understand that. Yakuza Like a Dragon. This is going into S tier as well. Like, oh, hold on. This is going to be. Let me move that up a bit because now he's getting to the double wide. So yeah, actually, no. I'm gonna put it down here simply because of the Millennium Tower. And you may be thinking, why am I letting it do that? Because I will explain it a lot more when we get to the rarest achievements. Because spoiler alert, that is the rarest achievement, and and I'm going to be fucking ranting about it for a good long while. But yeah, so ads are starting soon. When the ads start, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna put whatever I'm ranking back down. But yes, so like I said, it's a fun game, and it was my first of the Yakuza games, so I enjoyed it. But the Millennium Tower achievement can go fuck itself. Can go ride on a high horse, get the hell out of here, and never be seen again, and be found dead in a town no one's ever heard of. That's all. That's my thoughts on it. No uncensored and whatnot. So anyway, nah. Like I said, I enjoyed the main game of it. The Millennium Tower can go fuck itself. That's my opinion. But yeah, you enjoyed Odyssey, but you couldn't get into the Origins for some reason. I'll be honest, I'm the opposite. I loved Origins. I couldn't get into Odyssey. I will have to for the achievement, but for the achievement grind because I'm gonna try. I know I'm kind of copying. I was trying to do the Assassin's Creed achievement grind as well. I know it feels like I'm copying Lido, but like I said, I like the Assassin's Creed games as well. No problem with doing the same with doing, and also I've been doing the off stream, so yeah, it's fun. Uh, yeah, I know the big grinds. I know the big grinds, which is why I've only done one of them. I have Yakuza Zero started. I have not touched that since the last time I've streamed. I'm not. I don't, and I honestly don't know if I will finish the grind for it. Maybe that'll be a goal for the next year, finish Yakuza Zero. But we'll find out. We'll see. But yeah, I think ads about to start soon anyway, so I will pause the talking about the games here. Uh, but yeah, that the Millennium Tower can, like I said, if you want, I can rant all over there while the ads are going on, all about why I fucking hate the Millennium Tower. But I'll save that for for the rarest achievements ranking because because like I said, that's gonna be based off of difficulty alone. I don't think I need. I think you guys can already guess where that's gonna go to. You can guess, and if you can't, you'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I just realized I didn't get anything to drink here. I should have gotten a beverage here. Damn it. Ad's about to start soon, it says. So, come on. Come on, Ed. Come on. Ad's going on here. Oh, ads are going. It's just not showing on my phone for some reason. Why aren't you telling me? OBS is saying it, but apparently my phone was just like, fuck it, no, you're not. But no, we have ads going on right now. Yeah, we got a minute of ads. Minute of ads. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna. We have. I'm gonna go quickly run and get a beverage. I'll be right back shortly. Alright. Alright, I have returned with beverage. I've returned with non-distinct we few good men reference here. Alright. But again, I'm just gonna take a little sip. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Alright. Put that back there. Shit, my pen. Alright. More sip. That's good. Okay. It's pretty cautious because I don't like putting it on the table here because it's flimsy and whatnot. Alright. Well, that felt good for my voice. All right, but yeah, next one. Like I said, welcome back from the ads one. We're back. Let's get back to some rankings. So, next one, super hot. Mind control delete. Basically, this is super hot. It's a bit different because it's a bit more like a dungeon crawler because you go through all the dungeons to do super hot levels and you get unlocks and upgrades along the way. This would go into A tier, but it's actually going to go into B tier where it's going to go right there. And the reason why is because one achievement and one little thing at the end, which is not which I at least with the like a dragon I can say there's a reason to the madness because you're doing a challenge. It's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to have fun with it. You're supposed to well not have fun with it, but you're supposed to be a test of skill. Superhot's achievement at the end is literally just wait 2.5 hours. I'm not kidding. You play through the entire game, you get to the end, you do the ending stuff, and then it's just like, alright, wait 2.5 hours, and then you get the final achievement and be done with the game. You don't do anything. It's literally just a timer, and you just wait for it to tick down 2.5 hours. I watched the entirety of 12 Angry Men. Wait, was it 12 Angry I think it was yeah. I watched the entirety of 12 Angry Men while I was waiting for that, and it still fucking wasn't done. So I and then I watched actually, and then I watched an episode of Columbo while I was waiting because I just was like, fuck it. And yeah, it was just yeah, like I said, that knocked it down that far because it just if it was like something you're doing and it takes you 2.5 hours, that's fine. I've done stuff like that before. See, we'll be getting to Dead Rising soon enough on here, but the fact that you just wait, it's called Back for More, and you guys will see a bit more of it because funnily enough, that's also the reverse achievement on there, and you can be seeing that going having fun on the difficulty scale as well. But yeah, it was a fucking pain like I said, it's not. Well, it's not even a pain. It's just boring, and you can't. I don't even think. I don't know if you can leave the game on and just let it go. Well, you can, but A, you'd have to make sure your Xbox doesn't go to snooze mode, and B, I don't know if it works while you're just into like quick resume or like away from the game or like out of the game because it just. But I just waited on there. I just kept watching 12 Angry Men and then the episode of Columbo, fiddling with the controller so it didn't go into the pause home screen. But yeah, okay, yeah. All right. Calm down. Calm down. Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 2 is going into S tier. It is, like I've said before, either this or Off the Record is probably my favorite Dead Rising game, and it is going all the way. What do I want to say? I'm trying to decide between is it more better than Hitman? Ooh, I'm gonna say it's below because I've done the grind for Hitman already, and I've done the grind for Dead Rising 2. Hitman keeps getting new content, and I keep coming back to it. Dead Rising 2 does not get new content, and I do still come back to it every so often. But that fact that there's less new content, it just makes it a bit more, a little lesser. But yeah, definitely a fun game, and I definitely did enjoy it. Lego Batman 2. I'm gonna put it a little. It's a bit. See, the problem is, I'm like, do I put? I want to put it next to it because it's a bigger open world, but it's less nostalgia. So I want to put it next to it, but I also don't think I can put it S tier, and I don't think I can put it above like a dragon. Can I put it above Unity? Yeah, I can put it above Unity. Nah, yeah, we'll put it there. Actually, no, I don't feel like that. Actually, we'll put you right. Wow, nostalgia really plays a lot into these rankings, I guess, because nostalgia put all those above games I think are actually better than it. But they're gonna say that because of nostalgia. Yeah, I'll put you there. All right. So, we're getting to the first of the Dark Pictures anthology series, Man of Medan, and honestly, Man of Medan, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say A tier, and it goes right there. It's the first one of the games. I think it's lesser because I think probably the weakest story out of them all. But I think it since it started off, I'm gonna give it a bit of a leeway. And also, like I said, I love the Dark Pictures games. I did the full grind for them. I enjoyed them. So yeah, I think I deserve to let. I'm gonna put it up in there in A tier. RoboCop is gonna go up to how much fun did I have? Like I said, the problem is a lot of these I've done like a couple months ago, so I trying to. It's not even like years. This is the months ago, and I somewhat don't remember it, and I'm just like, does that make it worse, or did I just have fun with it? And I just didn't care, and I just got it done real quick, so I didn't make a lot of memories. Excuse me. I should do what I remember Jackie was saying that they're going to do was it Jackie or Lido? It might have been both. When they said they were going to do like a diary of all the achievement grinds they've done, so they can like take it, like know about it, and so when they like look back and be like, oh yeah, I did this and I did this, so yeah. I think this probably goes. Yeah, I'll put it above Quantum Break. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it below Quantum Break. Like I said, I had fun with it. It was a fun little game. I don't, but I think it also depends a bit on how much you like RoboCop as well. But I think it's still a fun little FPS game. Is it the only FPS game on here? I'll be honest. Is it? No, that's a third person. That's not FPS. Yeah, it's actually So far, it's the only FPS game. Actually, yeah, that's a third person shooter. Yeah, so far the only first person shooter we have on here is RoboCop. So Go Simulator 3. This one I don't know where to put because I'm just like it's another joke game. I'll be honest. I'm gonna put it right there. It's another joke game, but I had fun with it, so I want to say actually no, it's a little bit less charming than Goose. Actually no, I'm gonna put it down. It's all I like how I'm just like somehow just like I'm sometimes just like I'm gonna put it here. Actually no, I'm just gonna move it all the way down. But yeah, it's my ideas change on a whim, I guess. Uh, Dead Rising 2 Case Zero. This is I feel like I want to give this the same thing as Case West, but this one was way more endearing and I enjoyed it a lot more. But because I think it just like it's the intro because instead of being a standalone DLC, this is your intro to Dead Rising 2. It gives you all the mechanics, it gives you all the stuff you need to know about it, and I think for that it goes. I'm gonna give it low A tier. I'm gonna give it the lowest A tier, but I think because then it's a perfect interlude into Dead Rising 2. It tells you exactly what you need to know, what's new, what's the gameplay gonna be like, small and it's not even like a demo of the game. It's like a prelude to the game, so it's unique and it's interesting, and I like it. So it goes there. Psychonauts 2. This goes into S tier, but I gotta hold on. I scroll up. There we go. Here we go. Psychonauts 2. Where does this go? You go right there. I enjoyed Psychonauts 2. I played through all the Psychonauts games I played the original one. I was like, oh, this is kind of achievements I should do, and I was like, but I enjoyed it, so I moved into I did Rhombus of Ruin, which is the VR spinoff, and then I did Psychonauts 2 and I was just like, and you know what? It was fun. I had fun with the grind, as you can tell, because I finished it. But yeah, it's a fun little game, and I think I definitely say play the original one before you do this. Even though it doesn't have achievements, you don't need to do the grind for it. Try and do 100% if you can. Otherwise, just at least play it. The rest of the story doesn't make sense unless you play the first one. And the first one, pretty much the same stuff, just with a little bit less, but with not. But the two adds in a lot of upgrades and whatnot. But so one is a bit more bare bones, but you have fun with it and you enjoy it. So yeah, I highly recommend the Psychonaut series. I keep. Why do you keep scrolling down lower than I want you to? Stop it, please. All right. Oh, we have another nostalgia pick here. We have another nostalgia pick. Screw up. This game. I want to say this was a bigger part of my childhood than any of the Lego games, simply because when I had a 3DS, these were the games I played the most on it, Scribblenauts. And when I found out there was an Xbox version of it, I was like, I need to do the achievement grind for it, and I fucking did, and I enjoyed it. And this is going all the way up here. I have more nostalgia for this than Lego games here. I'll be honest, because all these I played on my Xbox and I like played through the game. I got all the stuff and I was like, okay, I'm done. This is the game I played every single day on my 3DS. I don't care how far I was on it. I played through it and I played through it and I played through it, and I just had fun with it and I enjoyed myself. So yes, that's going in there. It's probably it's the highest nostalgia pick here so far. Far Cry 5 is going all you guys know where this is going. My mind has not changed on it yet. It is going all the way up here. Top one, Far Cry 5. You guys know this already. I've told you about it enough. It's going all the way up into S tier. Oh yeah. It is a great game. I told you this on stream before. I've said this many times. Far Cry 5 is my top game of all time. It's my favorite Far Cry game. My favorite game. And I like the main game. I like the DLC packs. Everything of this game just comes together, and I just love it. But yeah, so yeah, I don't think I need to talk too much about it. I can talk exactly about how much I love the game, but I'll say that for my upcoming stream. Why I like Far Cry 5 the best out of every other game, and going too deep dive into it. No, no, I understand. You're just kidding. I know. I'm just I'm fanboying a bit here. But yeah, next one, Lego Super Marvel Super Heroes 2. You probably expecting where this goes. It's going into B tier, where it's going right here. And the reason why is because it's too much. I know it's odd to say about a game, but it's too much. You have multiple areas across the world, challenges you have to do in all the worlds, all the stuff you have to do in all the levels. It's just too much. You don't need all that stuff to I think, like I said, the OG Lego game stuff, the Lego Most Two Heroes style, that was the best style. You have stuff to do. You don't have too much stuff to do, but you have a good amount of stuff to do, and you can enjoy yourself with it. Two just adds in all too much stuff and for you to do, and it sends off all the other Lego game stuff to going on. And I think Jurassic World probably segued into it a bit, but I think Jurassic World 2 does a good job at separating it out because it's all the whereas because in World Jurassic World, all the extra stuff is in the overworld. You can skip it if you want, but you don't have. Well, and also they're all unique and different. You can hear. Whereas this one, it all kind of blends together, and you got to do all the different challenges and all the different break all these different items, and then break it in the next one, and then and then you got all the stuff in it. It just feels like maybe this is when I was getting a bit bored of the style of it all, but it just feels like too much here. So yeah, it goes B tier there. And DC supervillains, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a high B tier. This is the same. They recovered a bit from Superheroes 2 over here, but not enough. But the one thing I will give them credit for was they had an interesting idea where they had your custom character be one of the main characters in the story. That was a unique idea, and I like that idea about it. They should have done that for a bit more of the games to make it a bit more interesting and whatnot. But this is also at the tail end of like the height of Lego games, so I can understand why they went down a bit. So I can understand why they didn't get around to it. And also, you kind of got to find a property like this where you can rope it into. You can't really rope it into like Star Wars because you can't because then you're just putting in your own fanboy insert in there. But yeah, the next one, Lego Incredibles. This is going into. This is going into. I'm gonna put it. I think I put Lego Superheroes too high. I'm gonna put you down. Yeah, I'll put you above here because at least you don't have a you don't have a. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just leave you there. Uh, I like the idea behind Lego Incredibles. Well, I think the view was too short. It's just two movies, and they try and stretch it out a little too much, and it also just feels like it's too short of a game somehow still. But I think the premise of it is interesting. Here's what I think they should have done. Because this was coming out when Incredibles 2 was coming out, and this was kind of like promoting the movie. I think what they should have done is they should have just made like a Pixar collection and like do like a whole bunch of different Pixar movies in the collection here. Like you have OG Incredibles, you have another Pixar movie, another Pixar movie, and another Pixar movie, and you have all the worlds in there. That would have been an interesting game. I know Incredibles leans into that a bit more with the fact that it's superheroes and you have a lot more characters in it. But I feel like they try and stretch it out too much, and they give too much leeway with it, and it just doesn't. And I don't think it. And I think it works most of the time, but I think it just you can feel that it's just a bit like it's just a tie-in a bit. Lego City Undercover, you are going into. I'm gonna put you in bottom A tier. Like I said, I this is basically if you want your kids to play GTA, but you don't want them to play, but they don't get how they don't want to play how you don't want them to actually play GTA. This is your game. Pretty much that. You play as a Lego cop. You hijack. You jump into cars. You drive around the place, smash stuff, and you also get a Lego game with it. So yeah. Anyway, if you can't tell, I'm trying to speed it up a little bit because we're not even halfway through one tier list. Actually, no, we're almost done with one tier list, and it's not even been a full. It's not. Yeah, it's not even been a full 2 hours. It's almost been an hour and a half, and we've been working on one tier list. I guess you can say I've been yapping a bit too much, but yeah. All right, yeah. So anyway, back to another Lego game. Like I said, these are all Lego games, and the reason why these are here, you know about this if you're on the Discord or if you're on Twitch, and on that time. But basically, when we were doing Far Cry 5, I wanted smaller games that I could play while I was doing it, and I just wouldn't complete it because I wanted Far Cry 5 to be my 50th grind. Thought it was a perfect setting, but I wanted some games to do off stream, and I wasn't going to actually complete, so I basically blue balls all these Lego games. Well, I got them so close to completion, and I didn't get the final achievement, so I could keep Far Cry 5 as my 50th game, and that's why they're all here because I just left them here without actually completing them. So yeah. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Ranking. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. I'm gonna put you into. I'm gonna put you there, and I think I'm gonna move. I think I am gonna move Ninjago down to C tier. I enjoyed Force Awakens, but I think it was. But once again, this is the same thing with Incredibles. You can feel they stretch it out, and even with Incredibles, they had two movies, and they only had like a certain amount of levels in it. The whole game in here is the entirety of the Force Awakens plus DLC and whatnot. But it's not. But those are like individual levels. The whole game here, the whole 10 levels is the Force Awakens, and they stretch it out so much. I think there's the last 3 levels are all when they're on Star Killer Base. They've stretched it out so much that the third act of the movie is 3 fucking levels. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm not gonna say that. I don't think. Yeah, this isn't my top Lego game. This isn't my. Yeah, you can tell what you know why I'm putting this down here. Uh, and that's all. Like I said, you can see that there's another Lego game down here, and we'll get to that soon enough. Oh, there's another one over there. I know. Maybe I should just track my progress on all the Lego games, just like see how many I've actually done. I know Jackie's been working on the Lego game grind. I forget how far they are on it, but yeah. Okay, I said this before. I don't play a lot of point and click games, and when I do, I don't really complete them. This was the one game I did because it's short, it's sweet, and it's just a short and sweet game. Sweet point and click. If you like point and click games, highly recommend. This is one of the passes around. I also got this with Games with Gold. Like I said, a lot of these short and sweet games I got with Games with Gold, and that's also why I liked it because I could just play because they gave me games I was not going to buy anyway, but I played and I enjoyed my time with them, and I didn't have to spend like how much it would have cost me to do it. So I can enjoy it without being like I paid this much for this. But yeah, this is going into it's gonna go A tier. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it above Firewatch because I like the story a bit better. But I think the gameplay is limited, but I think that's fine because it's a point and click puzzle game. You're not going into it for the gameplay. I guess you could say the same thing about Firewatch, but you have other stuff going on in here besides the story going on because you have the excuse me, you have the puzzles and whatnot, and also I like the story of where the passage on more because basically it's basically a point and click game about grief. That's basically what it is, and remembering people, which is what the name of the game is about. When the past was around, because it's about remembering the past. But yeah, so Inside is going into. I'll be honest. I'm gonna say it's A tier, but it's gonna go. I know I have a lot of A tier because these are, which is basically my way of saying I like them, but I'm not gonna say this is one of my favorite games made. I guess that's one. I guess that's my best way to look at it. We are gonna put you. I'll put you above Goose Game. This is made by the same people who made Limbo, and the reason I did this one, I did the grind for this one instead of Limbo, is look at the achievements for Limbo. There's a death. There's like a 5 death less achievement on there. I've seen Snam's video on it. I'm not trying that out for a bit. I might stream it eventually, but I also am just like, but yeah, I probably want to get onto that at some point, but yeah, but the inside achievements very easy because all you have to do collectibles. That's all you got. It's just collectibles the whole way across it. Not even one for finishing the game. Just only collectibles throughout the entire game. That's all your achievements, just collectibles. So it's a very easy game to grind. And I recommend you do this one before you do in Limbo, just for an easier grind, and you can see what the kind of game you're going to be getting into is. Where death is often, but you can get it. But you're trying to get through the whole game and get through the story and whatnot. And I think the story in this one's a lot better than it is in Limbo. But then again, I haven't really played a lot. I haven't played Limbo at all, but I've seen bits and pieces of it. But it looks like this is a better story. But yeah, but yeah. Same thing with, like I said, this was a part of the Wheel of Fortune pack, and I'm gonna put it right next to it because it's not, like I said, same thing. But I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put it above it because I don't know. Maybe I'm just a trivia kind of guy. I like trivia. I like being seen as smart. I like saying I know that. It's like that one Leonardo DiCaprio meme in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, I know that. I know that. I know it. I know it. Believe me. But yeah, that's my. But yeah, so I like Jeopardy, but the achievement grind for me bummed me out of it because it's a lot harder of achievements than Wheel of Fortune because you have to win online matches and you have to do a long cumulative achievement, which is the rarest achievement. And like I said, we'll get to that. I keep saying we'll get to that because I don't want to talk too much about the achievement list of it because we're going to be talking about the rarest achievement in the next tier list. I don't know if we'll get to the third tier list. I might just say that for either another stream or I might just skip that one, but we'll see. I might do that. I think what I might do is I might do that tomorrow. I might do the 2 gaming ones tonight, and I do the movie one tomorrow. But yeah, so like I said, the next one, Lego Pirates. This is going. This is also. I'll be honest. This is another nostalgia pick here. This is going up here, and this is going. Oh, where does it go? It's somewhere around these two. I'm gonna put you there. This is a nostalgia pick. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of the Pirates movies. The fifth one, when I was like a bit older, it wasn't as good. I'll be honest, and I mean I feel like a lot of people agree with me there. But the fourth, well, at least the first 3 were classics. The fourth one is a bit iffy, but it's fair enough. But yeah, this movie I think they separated them out perfectly. 5 levels for each game, perfectly spaced them out, and you got to play. And I think they nailed the gameplay with this and collectibles with this as well. But one problem is the compass achievement not the compass achievement, but the compass collectibles, which is basically you just have to make sure you're in the right spot to find the compass and then follow the whole thing around. That's a bit annoying, which is why I'm kind of which is kind of why I'm putting it lower. It's just I don't like some of the collectibles things here. But yeah, it's a nostalgia pick. I'll be honest. Next one, Slayway Camp. Another game's gold pick. This is also this is not and this is a port of a mobile game, and the achievement list isn't all that hard. Except for one achievement. I can't even talk about it because it's not the hardest achievement because apparently people just did it. But there's one for you have. It's basically like it's like a time thing. You have to it's like what's that one? It's like basically you have a bar. This little cursor that scrolls across it, and you have to poke it right where the red part of the bar is, so you can do that. And you have to do that 25 times. It gets shorter and shorter every time. And then you get like this small of a line, and you have to click on it. And if you miss here, you'd start all over again. You gotta do it 25 times you gotta do the line 25 times in a row and it gets down to here. I have gotten to like 23, 24 times, and it's right, not 24. It was like 22, 23 times in the 20, like to 20s. You get to there, I just miss all the time. I finally fucking did it. That was when I knew I was gonna get the grind done. When I got that achievement, I was working that achievement all the way at the beginning of the year, and I finally got it done. And you are going into, and the worst part is, it's only a C list. It's only a C list. I'm not gonna say it's D tier because like I said, it's a port of the mobile game, and also like I said, it's a puzzle game. You just pretty much. I think some of them are unique and whatnot. Actually, yeah. Do I want to put it? It's a mobile game. You're not supposed to be complex one. I'll give it C tier. I'll give it low C tier. I'll give it a bit more of respect. I know I'm giving a game called Slavery Camp. It's a mobile game, so respect. Probably the first time someone's saying it. Alright, yeah. Okay. Lego Star Wars 3. We This is going into, where are you gonna guess? It's gonna go into, what the problem is, where do I put this? I'm gonna put you there. Because the thing is, I like the game, and I like it more than Incredibles. I like it more than than DC Supervillain. Actually, no, I don't know. Maybe I don't. But I like it. But I like it more than Incredibles and a lot of the other ones down here. Reason why it's so low: the Galactic Invasion missions. And if you don't know what those are, you basically, for every plan in the game, which there's a fuck ton of them. You have to do three versions of it. You have to do the gold. You have to do the hero assault, the villain assault, and you have to do the gold brick assault, which isn't in the assault. You just gotta race on the top to do all the stuff in there. But you have to do that for every level, and there's like 30 levels for you to do that for. So it just becomes, go to this world, do this, do this, do this. And then the problem is that you also need to make sure you get all of them as one color for to get the characters from two sides, so you can get the full roster, so you can get that 100%. And it's just a pain. And I don't know why they included it, because they added because the technical sections are just my least favorite part of the game. And I think the small sections you do in the levels are fine enough. And then the whole tactical part for that is just a pain in the ass, and I don't like it, which is why it's down here. Actually, no, fuck it. I put you below too, because you wound me up a bit more. All right, I'm gonna try and we'll do Dead Rising real quick before we do that. But yeah, Dead Rising original. You are going into, where are we going to talk about? Like I said, I won't see. I'm gonna put. See, the problem is, I want to make it an S tier, but 7 Days Survivor is telling. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out, where do I put it. 7 Days Survivor makes me want to put it S tier, but the game was S tier, but the 7 Days Survivor makes it A tier, I think. So I'm gonna put it down. You know what? You go right there. This is basically like my like, could be S tier, but the game just wasn't good enough. Like, no, it was just like a hard achievement, I guess. Unity doesn't fit in with that, but so I'm gonna put it higher enough here. Like, it's actually, no, I'll put it here, because these are S tier games that just that just had a terrible achievement. I just couldn't, and I just didn't get around to doing it. Well, not didn't get around, but I just had a pain doing it, and they go lower because of it. Unity just was so close to getting perfect, and it didn't fly close to the sun. I guess you could say the glitches were the problem there, but not the achievement list. But I don't know if that makes it worse or better, but yeah. And then ads are gonna run soon. Yeah. We're just gonna, yeah. We are an hour and a half in, and we're not even done with the first tier list. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna save the movie one for either a future stream or not at all. 7 Day Survivor was a pain in the ass. Not because it was like a, difficult. It was just a long achievement, which I guess you could say is a pain in the ass, because I was sitting my ass the whole time. I was just sitting around waiting for you to do the next wait for the time where I could eat food and then move on, and then eat another, and then wait around and then eat food and move on. The whole VOD of it, which I have on YouTube, 14 hours long. A lot of it is just dead air, because I'm off. I'm like, you listen. I get you. I understand. You guys don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. I'm gonna watch. I think what was it? It was I think it was I watched VHS. I watched VHS. I watched a couple of episodes of Columbo. I forget what else I watched. I think it was something else on there as well, but I forget what it was. But I probably mentioned in the VOD, but I'm not looking back on it, because I'm not searching in a 14-hour long VOD that auto got separated by YouTube into an 11 and a 2-hour stream. I'm not going back into it to find out what movie I was watching during then, because honestly, I don't fucking care enough. But yeah, 7 Day Survivor is just, it's not, like I said, it's a pain in the ass, because you have to figure out when you have enough time to go through that full 14 hours, and you have to make sure you don't die within it. If you die within it, you got to start all over again. And if you only have 14 hours, fuck you. find another day you can take off work and find a weekend that you don't have anything going on. Just say fuck it. My day is already ruined. I got nothing going on here. We're doing Dead Rising. It's like that one meme of like, get in the car, kids. We're going to play Dead Rising. That's pretty much how it was. Is we just focused on fucking Dead Rising for 14 hours. I started it at like 9 o'clock, and it didn't end until like 11 o'clock. And I usually go until like 12 o'clock midnight, and I usually stay up till like 1 o'clock or even 2 o'clock. And I just fucking passed out after the stream was over. Because I was like, fuck it, I am done. I don't care what's going on. I am done. I got my achievement, and that was the last achievement I had to do. So I fucking closed Dead Rising. I didn't care. You can tell I'm getting worked up because my hair's going all over the place. I need to get it cut. But yeah. It's just, yeah. It's just, like I said, the whole reason I did it, I think a lot of some of these are just, I did them live because I was like, I would go mad if I didn't. And at least I had someone to talk to for at least for parts of it. You're going to go to Dead Rising 2 live, even 7 Days Survival. Like I said, I recommend you do it live because I'd say it's a fucking pain. Because it's just going to make you, because if you don't do it by yourself, fun fact, Voss, what you say is the definition of insanity is not it. Dead Rising 7 Days Survivor is a definition of insanity. Plus Millennium Tower is insanity. Because at least with Dead Rising, you just have to find the day off. Yakuza 0, you could take the day off, and you're not getting it at all. Whether it's just doing the grinding for it, or just like working your way through the tower and then realizing, oh, whoopsie, I didn't have kimchi. I wasted all this time going through this, and I fucking lost. Every achievement, yeah. Like I said, most of the other achievements on it are perfectly fine. I'm fine with Saint. I'm fine with Transmissionary. I'm fine with a lot of the other achievements. 7 Days Survivor can go fuck itself. Should have just been 5 Days Survivor or 7 Days Survivor. Well, they should have. Or if they had 7 Days Survivor, they should have shortened the days or added in how it is in the remake, where you can just speed up time. You can tell I'm worked up because I have to drink up after all that whole rant there. But yeah. Anyway, next one. I like how to go from ranting about Dead Rising to Hoa, aka a chill little platforming game. I think it's a little bare bones. I'll be honest. It's a little bare bones. You can feel it's pretty short, and the problem is that it also has an achievement that just does not make that. It just makes it that doesn't fit with the game. It's called Untouchable. I'm gonna be getting into various achievements again because, funny enough, not a lot of people have done it because it gives you 0 gamer score, and the whole thing about it is just you play through the whole game without getting kicked by a robot. And funny enough, robots are fucking everywhere in that game, except for like 2 sections. There's robots everywhere, and at the end of the game, there's robots everywhere. You have to dodge it out and weave everywhere. I did this grind live, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. And I'm gonna put it into B tier here. I'm gonna put it above all those because I'm gonna put it above B tier because, like I said, it's a chill game. I had fun with it when I played it through. Not really fun. I more just like enjoyed my time with it, but it was a chill game. And then I just had to do like robot run. I was like, I'm not doing this by myself. It's a 3-hour game that you play through the game for like it takes you about 3 hours to go through it just to do that achievement. And the thing is, you can't do it in two runs because there's another achievement that means you have to get kicked by a robot. So you have to do a second playthrough anyway, just to at least get kicked by a robot. And if you don't get kicked, and if you play normally and you get kicked by a robot the first time around, be like, oh well, nothing happened. I get to move on. Well, fuck you. You don't get an achievement. You got to try it again. Stupid's Grand Adventure. This is another nostalgia pick, and I'm gonna explain why exactly. Because this was the first game I ever played on my Xbox One. This is the game I got bundled in with the Xbox One, and I played enough of it. I never did the full completion it, but this is the first game I got on my Xbox One. So it has a special place in my heart, but I don't think it's got a special place in my heart as much as the LEGO games, because those were part of my childhood. This just came bundled with it, and I enjoyed my time with it, but I also completely forgot about it until I checked it again for the Xbox grind. So yeah, exactly. That's the problem with 7 Days Forever. One mistake, it just ends it all, and you've wasted your whole day. It's like that one meme of just like everything's gone wrong and my day is ruined. Alright, we're finally on to the next Dark Pictures games. I didn't realize how spaced out it was. But yeah, Dark Pictures Little Hope. This is going above Man of Medan. No, this isn't going top of A tier. No, I'm not going to give it that much credit. But This is going. Okay, I'm gonna put it above Man of Medan because it does more, but it doesn't do as much more as I'd hope for it to do. Actually, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't like the ending of this game because I think the ending, how they did the ending, was botched a bit. But I think the whole rest of the game is better than Man of Medan because I think I like the characters more, I like the story more. But I think they botched the ending a bit with how it went. All right, next one, Willy's Wonderland. This is going into D tier as well, and this is going right. Uh, you know what? There, I'll put it there because at least with Adios, it's a small game. You can understand why it wouldn't be all that why it wouldn't be all that. They tried to do something, it didn't work, and but and you can understand it. Reverse, you can understand what they were trying to do. Just no one came in and play. Willy's Wonderland feels the most low effort game I've played. I've done the grind for on here. It feels like a mobile game, and that's saying something because the mobile game is right fucking up here. This is a beat 'em. This is a side scrolling beat 'em up with assets that show like they saw Willy's Wonderland, like, okay, design it after them, put them in the game. It feels like this could have been any other game besides Willy's Wonderland. But they got the license for it, so they slapped it on there. And like I said, we did the grind for this. It took us less than an hour to do this. It is not a long game. You don't you this game. This is the type of game that you buy that they like make you buy, and then they you think like you either think, well, I wasted my money on this. Or you think, well, it was a cheap game, so at least I might have got my money out of it. I think I got this on sale even. I forget what I paid for it, but I don't know what it was. But it's like I said, I bought it because I was like, it's Willy's Wonderland. Worst case scenario, I can just stream it and I can just sit and I can just see how it is. And it was, I was stunned. I was stunned by it. I was like, what is this? Did I really spend money on this? But yeah, Willy's Wonderland goes D tier. Cartoon Network Battle Crashes. This goes into. I'm gonna put it in C tier for Cartoon Network, and that's not the reason why. It's because I honestly think that this game was a bit boring. Like I enjoyed this when I enjoyed this when I was younger, but when I went back for the grind, it had achievements. I was like, why do you have this in a game that's obviously made for kids or like younger younger generations? And two, it's basically Castle Crashers, but worse, but with Cartoon Network characters that were popular at the time. I think two of these, I feel like no one's gonna remember Uncle Grandpa here and whatever the other kid's name is. But I feel like no one cares about those anymore. I mean, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Radio Show, people care about them. Even Gumball, I can say, but the other ones, the other two, just no one cares about anymore because it's just what was popular at the time. You can be damn well sure that Teen Titans Go wasn't on there because they couldn't get the rights from DC. Well, that would have been on there if they could. But yeah, so yeah, C tier, and at least with these two, I can say and yeah, this one just like I said, I liked this when I was younger, and I'm like, why would I must have had shit taste back then. All right, Dead Rising 2 off the record. You are going right next to regular Dead Rising 2. I'll be honest, I think I like Dead Rising 2 more than it, but I'm gonna put these two together just because, like I said, it alternates. I like the auto checkpoint system in Dead Rising 2, so if you fuck up, you don't have to go all the way back to your last save. But I like the story more in Dead Rising 2 because Dead Rising 2 actually has a serious story, whereas Dead Rising 2 is kind of like making fun of the story and like does different stuff because it's like, hey, we're being different, so it's not the same. But I enjoy Dead Rising 2 story more. I think, and I enjoy a lot more and I think I just enjoy this one more. I think it's just, and I think also because I just did I do this one first? It was one of these two I did. I think I did off the record first. I think I enjoy the multiplayer aspect of it more than I did the challenge mode here, which is odd because this one's kind of defunct now, and this one's you can do solo. But I still enjoyed this one more because I enjoyed the whole TIO aspect of it. I thought it was a nice little addition to put a multiplayer add-on into Dead Rising 2, but now it's just kind of aged a bit. All right. So anyway, back to final. This is the final Lego game. No, this isn't. We have one more Lego game, but you can see what it is there. So no, not that. No. Okay. Yeah. We Indiana Jones 2. You are going right. You are going right. Actually, no. You're gonna go there. Top of C. And the reason why is that it's pretty much the same thing as Lego Indiana Jones 1, but worse, and you add in Crystal Skull, which is also a worse movie. Basically, what it is that instead of doing it like the normal video game style, they try to do something where they do a full open world. They do like an open world for the area, and they have many levels inside of it, which makes no sense because you go through because the levels mean absolutely nothing. Then you just drive over you go to the hub world, you do the small bit of the level, you move on to the next hub, you go to the hub world again, you move along, you go to the next mini level, and then you get to the levels like less than half an hour. You get to the whole area there in less than half an hour, just because it's just small. Actually, you might even be able to get it done in like less than 10 or 20. You just pop around and not do anything else. But yeah, it doesn't work. And I think the Crystal Skull. I wish they had done like the Crystal Skull level. I wish we had it in a normal style because I feel like because even then I feel like the Crystal Skull movie was a little bit worse, but I feel like I would have liked it in the original style up here, and you can tell because this is up here in A and this is down here in C. But yeah, Frank Stone, you are going into B tier, and you are going right about there. Like I said, I liked Frank Stone initially. Doing the grind for it was a pain in the ass. The cutting room floor can kiss my ass. It was just you having to go through the like. I understand. Like I said, I understand why you put it there. I understand why it's a point of the game. I understand. Like I said, I understand all about that. My problem is that it takes fucking forever to do it because in order to do it you can't because like I said the one change I would do so you could just do it so you could even just do it right is have the ability to choose where your line goes instead of just going off of your previous save. Be able to be like I want to go through here. I want to go through with this choice, and this choice, and this choice, so I can go to this point here. And it doesn't matter any of your decisions there. You can get to that point there, so you can get the next decision and see what it is. But they didn't do that, so you got to go through it again and again and again. And if you miss a choice with certain outcome at the beginning, you got to go through it all again to do it again. Or you have to hope and pray that you made a manual save at some point with that. But yeah, that's going to, like I said, I like the Telltale games. As you can tell, some of them are in some of the actually no, they're in down here in C tier. Actually, I'm gonna. Actually, no. What I would say, I'm actually going to put them down below here. Because what I'll say about them is that they don't make you go through the whole game again to make different decisions. You can just go through them normally, as is. You don't need to do it all again. But yeah, it just did not. Like I said, it connected with me when I was playing it initially. When I like go through it once, don't do the full grind for it. You will not be happy about it. You will not be a happy camper. Like I said, I think that out of all the ones down here, actually no, Mind Control Delete. Actually no, this is even worse than Mind Control Delete because with Mind Control Delete, that's 2.5 hours. It takes you way longer than 2.5 hours to do all the stuff here. And like I said, all of like some of the decisions and stuff with achievements, those are interesting ones. Why do you make me do everything else? Just make me do those ones, those specific ones. Don't do the cutting room floor ones. Just do those certain decisions so I can see how it is. Don't make me have to do every single ending with every single character combination available. Please don't. Please don't. Please. No, you did it already. Damn it. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. All right, next one. Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered. You are going into right there. And that's a like and you may be wondering, like I said, wait, I thought this was the remaster. I think that's a lot better than the original. No, because some of the stuff and they changed it here, I just did not like. I thought that like they made 7 Days Survivor easier, and I like that, but that was gonna be mandatory anyway because everyone fucking complained about it. But then they added in the special forces, which makes it even harder because now you get shot up every time, and while you may get it down on the first half, and you can just speed, and it feels even worse because then you're like, I didn't spend all that time to get to there, which means I probably have time to do it again. So you got to go again, and eventually you just lose steam and you have to do it again. And I don't think it was as hard, but it just was not good for me when I was doing it. And I think especially since it's a lot of the same stuff as Dead Rising 1. When you're making a remaster, you can do the same thing, but do different styles of it. Like you can tell because of when you do the Resident Evil remasters, They're the same stuff as the same story as the original, but they've updated a bit. They've taken some stuff out. They've added some stuff in. They've changed the style of it. They made it a third-person shooter instead of a top-down survival horror. It's just they changed it up a bit and they made it different and it changed the game and a lot and some of them they made even better like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4. You hear a lot of people talking about those remakes because they're fucking good. This one, I haven't heard a single person talk about it since after the hype, and there's probably a reason why for that. And also, I think it's just because Dead Rising 1's a classic, and I just think, like I said, the only reason this is down here is because of the 7 Days Forever achievement. The only reason this is down here is because of a lot of stuff. But I definitely think this is a better entryway for people who have not played the original game before. But I prefer the original game. It's like that. Like I keep saying, relating it to me, but it's like one thing where it's like that one. It's like Top Gear thing. And I know an American talking about Top Gear is just gonna ostracize everyone. But I'm saying I know this is better, but I like this instead. That's how it feels. But yeah, anyway, back to this. All right, Power Wash Sim. This is an S tier game, and if you haven't played and if you don't know the magic of Power Wash Sim, go play Power Wash Sim. This is the game that you play and chill with if you're and you this is your OCD game. This is the best OCD game I've played so far. You just clean stuff, but it's the best game I've seen where you clean stuff. And I don't think I need to explain myself a lot because people have played it before and they can agree to me. They can agree with me that this is the best OCD game you can have. I don't have OCD. At least I don't know if I do, but I've had fun with this game. But yeah, I'm good. I don't think I put. I think this is just a chill game. I can only put it here. Actually, I'm gonna put it down here because these nostalgia works with these. Yeah. But yes. Anyway, like I said, that goes there. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. This is gonna go into. I'll be honest. This is gonna go to A tier, and I'm gonna put it alongside. I'm gonna put it above Unity because, like I said, because I liked Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I did this all. I did. I was initially considering doing this on stream, and then I just did it off stream because I was just like, I have to get some achievements for a true achievement challenge. And I was like, oh, I can do it in Blood Dragon, so I did it, and I was like, I might as well just go for the full grind, and I got the full grind. So I did it. Like I said, it was a fun game, but it's short because it's supposed to be a standalone. It's not shorter. It's not short as in like I feel like I had to put it down here, but it's short enough where you can feel like it's not its own game. It's like a stand. It's like a it's part of Far Cry 3 up here, but it's not. But yeah, it doesn't feel it doesn't feel complete like it's a full game, but it doesn't feel like it's a DLC as well. But yeah, it's the. But yeah, it's just. But yeah, it's But yeah, like I said, it's a fun game. But definitely, if you're gonna pick between this one and Far Cry 3, just pick Far Cry 3. I like the story better of it. This one has that 90s, 80s, has that like not 80s, 90s aesthetic, but that's kind of all a lot of the jokes about it. It's just 80s, 90s aesthetic, which does weaken it a bit. But I think that some of it just works. But I think the gameplay of it just is fun. But also that's baseline Far Cry 3, so who knows? House of Ashes. This is gonna go up to. Where is this gonna go to? I did say this is my favorite of the Dark Pictures anthology. Where's this gonna go to? Do I like it more? Do I like it more? Do I like it more? More, 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 more. Yes. Okay, you go there. Like I said, I this is my favorite of this. This is my favorite of the chill. Actually, where is I'm gonna go take Devil in Me out of order just so I can do this because I know I should be doing this chronologically, but we did this the full same series. I think anthology whatnot, and it's gonna go right there because I can already thought of it because like I said, I like the premise of this more, but I like the gameplay of this more, and I think the gameplay works better for me. I guess that's you can just take that and quote me on that. The gameplay works better for me with this. So, but yeah, I like the gameplay of House of Ashes more. I like the story of Devil in Me more. These definitely feel like the improvements of these two. Like this is the improvements. I'm definitely interested to see how Judge 20 goes, but this is yeah, this is these are gonna stay. I want to move them up to S tier, but I can't say these are better than any of these three. I feel like I could say they're better than Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, but I feel like I don't think I agree with that. Part of me is saying that, but I don't know if I agree with it. I don't know. You got the 360 version of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and yeah, like I said, this is the This is the Xbox One version, so it came with. I want to say it was either Far Cry 6 or Far Cry. Actually, no, it wasn't Far Cry 5 because Far Cry 3 came with Far Cry 5. Far Cry 6 had a DLC edition that came with Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yes, exactly. Okay, so yeah, this came with when I bought Far Cry 6. So yeah. Anyway, I have yet to do. I feel like I may do Far Cry 4 sometime next year, but I haven't yet decided on it. I haven't played. I haven't even finished the main story of Far Cry 4, so I'm just be hopping into wherever I am in the story with it. I don't know if how it is. I haven't even done any of the DLC for it before, so I don't know if I want to do it because I feel like there's a big gap between Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Far Cry 5, Far Cry New Dawn, which we'll get to soon. But we'll see about it. I'm definitely not doing Far Cry 6 anytime soon, but Far Cry 4 maybe. We'll see about it. Alan Wake 2 is an S tier game and it's going up there. I'm piggybacking here because I have to go all the way up here to get it. But this is going all the way up here in S tier and it's going right about yeah, it's going there. Uh Actually, do I think it's better than Origins? No, I'm gonna say that. Alan Wake 2, I had a fucking phenomenal time with. There's a reason I think it got snubbed from Game of the Year, and I think if Baldur's Gate wasn't, well, it wasn't snubbed, it was nominated. But I think if Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't released that year, it would have won Game of the Year, and I would have been so happy for it. But it just didn't. And I know I played this after it already had, got all the game awards that already happened and whatnot. But still, I'm retroactively mad that it didn't get it because it was a fucking phenomenal game. I think it was a perfect way to update the Alan Wake formula, but still keep the core concepts of it. But it is just wonderful. Yes, exactly. But yeah, it is just a great. It's a fun. I want to say play this game if you haven't played the original, but no, play the original, then play this game. And we'll get to American Nightmare, but you don't need to play that. Don't worry, I'm gonna say you don't need to play that. You don't. We'll get to that. We'll get to how I feel about that game just soon enough because it's right there. And I did do this earlier than all the other ones, but apparently it just kept it down here for some reason as a later grind. But I don't know. You know what? We'll do it right now. Alan Wake American Nightmare goes into it goes B tier, but it goes about there B tier. I like that's the thing. The gameplay of this is fine. I don't think it's not as good as not it's not as good as some of the other Alan Wake games, but it's fine. My problem with it is the arcade mode and one fucking achievement, which we'll get to in the list achievement tier list. I keep teasing that, but we're gonna get to it. It's a fucking pain in the ass, and I had to fucking cheese it just so I could get it, and because and a bunch of the other ones on there are just the arcade ones, just pain in the asses. I had to do them over and over again, so I finally got 3 stars in all of them, and I could finally call it a day. Actually, no, was it even all of them? I don't even know if it had to be all of them. I think it was just like a set number of levels, but it was a pain in the ass. 2 hours on the terminal and the DLC for a code. Yeah, wait, huh? Wait, I don't say iconic. I don't understand your messages there. Maybe I might have passed by when you were saying that, but when you were saying that for, but I just don't understand. But yeah. Alright. Anyway, so like I said, like where was I? Oh yes, Alan Wake American Nightmare. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely it feels like it's Case West. It feels like an unfinished game because it's supposed to be standalone DLC as a continuation. But Alan Wake already has its own DLC for it that comes pre-bundled with a remastered edition. So why was this made? Was it just to retain the rights? Was it just to add a bit of something in there with just change it up a bit? I just don't think it worked. I'll be honest, but I think it's a fun. I can like play the story of this just to see how it is. It's not canon, but just if you want a little bit more Alan Wake, play this. It's an Xbox. It's a 360 exclusive, but no. Oh yeah, that. I mentally blocked that out where I had to figure out the. It wasn't even the main game. It was the DLC. It was the Lake House DLC. I had the where I just fucking could not figure out the code. I swear I looked at all the stuff and it didn't tell me what the code pieces were. I put all the code pieces on it and I looked it up later and I realized what the problem and I realized what it was asking me for and I was like I was doing that. I was doing it on there. I would have gotten to eventually. But I just gave up because I was just like did all the combinations and it didn't tell me what combinations it needed. And it just but yeah, it was a pain. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the DLC, but that one was a pain. But like I said, it wasn't a pain because it was bad. It was a pain because I was just being an idiot, and I also was like gave up a little too early maybe. Yeah, but anyway, back to that. Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. This goes about where would I put Batman 2? Where did I put Batman 2? I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Because I know it's below that. Where did I put this? I gotta find my own thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll be honest. Like I said, this is an improvement in the world scale, but I think it's maybe a little too much of an improvement. And I think the story of this is just piss poor and terrible. So this is going down to. I'll put it above. I'll put it above Undercover. Sure. I, I guess I have a lot of A tier games, but not a lot of. I guess these are like my favorites. These are the ones I've liked. These are the ones I thought were fine, but I probably shouldn't. But I probably just won't try to do them again. And these are the ones I'm like I feel like I feel like I just did them because I want to get the achievements away. These are the ones I'm like I feel like I'm never gonna play. I'm never gonna talk to you about again after I'm done with this. I feel like any of these I'm not gonna talk about after I'm done with this. Maybe even these ones I might. Well, I feel like some of these I might. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I want to try and get this done before we get to the. We just spent 2 hours on the games here. All right, Far Cry New Dawn. Quick speed run. Far Cry New Dawn. You go in about. See, I like Far Cry New Dawn, but I don't know how much I liked Far Cry New Dawn. I'm not gonna say it's a top one because I definitely didn't like the story as much. I'm gonna put you about right there. That sounds about good. Like I said, I like how they changed up the idea, made it more apocalyptical. But I think it was also just a little too short, and also I don't think I liked the story, the like actual story missions as much as I did 5. Like I said, I like the game, but there's definitely a reason why I didn't come back to it as quick as I did Far Cry 5, which is because a lot of the other Far Cry games. There's a reason I took a while to get back to it because it was the same story. But yeah, Funko Fusion, you are going into. See, the worst part is I'm gonna put it. Worst part is I'm gonna put it high C tier, honestly, because like I said, the problem is there was a bit of it in the middle where I actually did enjoy my time with it. I'm thinking that might have been Stockholm syndrome, but that Stockholm syndrome makes it a C tier because it actually made me. Because like I said, it started off. I started off. Maybe it's also because I was like I wanted to get back to a Lego game and I also was like looking for something different. But I think the slog just got to me maybe, and I just couldn't. And it was just like I had to do the same levels over and over, and then it was slightly different, slightly different. They do the same thing for the silver crown. Like I said, if they had removed the silver crowns and made it easier to do, then I probably would have been more likely to. I would have been more happy about it. But you have to do 7 silver crowns for each level, and a lot of them are just doing the same shit over and over again for each separate level. Same thing with the weapon part. Same thing with the soda part. It's the same shit over and over again with a different skin on it. And sometimes the skins are nice, and sometimes the skins are just like I just stapled on, but they took the staples and realized they got and bought them at a cheap yard sale and all got rusty. So yeah, and the thing is there's a Funko Fusion DLC pack out there for the office and whatnot. There's no new achievements with it, so I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. Maybe if they had enough DLC packs, maybe I'll do a final stream of it where I just do all the DLC in one run and just be like, fine, we don't get any achievements, but I can say I'm done with it. I'm never touching it again. I don't know if you guys want me to torture myself with that. Maybe that'll be an April Fool's stream where I just stream Funko Fusion all day. I get a giant plastic Funko Pop head and just put it on my face. But yeah, that was just a pain in the ass. Okay, ads are on, so I should stop talking then. We have three games here left, but yeah. Alright. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is going pretty well. But like I said, I'm not watching the stream live of it, but I feel like it's going a lot better with the stream. I feel like it's going a lot better with streaming smoothly and whatnot, but maybe it's just on my end only. We'll see. We're just waiting on the ads. I am going to quickly run out to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back shortly. I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright, we're back. We got a couple seconds left of the ads. It's perfect timing, I guess. Alright, we just need to wait. But yeah, definitely the movie tier list is getting saved to tomorrow, or it's never getting used at all. One of the two. I want to get use out of it because that was the one that I spent the most time with and setting it up because I had to keep because what I have to do is I have to basically find the images of them online, download them, send them into here, and if I refresh them at all or if I close the window, it all goes away and I had to do it all again. And I did that once, and I was in Exterminator stream when I was doing it, and it just fucking crashed it all. I was like, no, and to put it all back up again just so we could do the stream. And I also set up OBS just for the streams. Well, I guess streams now because I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe, who knows? I'll let you guys know in Discord if I decide to do the movie tier list stream as well. But I don't know. I was gonna play. Like I said, I want to do them all in one because then I thought if you don't care about the movies, you can watch the gaming part of the stream. And if you don't care about the gaming part of the stream, come into the new movie part. But I was gonna do movies first, but now I'm happy I didn't because I don't know if I have enough time for them all. But yeah. So anyway, we're back. Let's get back to looking at them there. Okay. So yeah, like I say, all right, we got Lego Jurassic World. Yet again, now this is the thing. Yet again, this is it here. But I'm going to put. But I did this again twice, and you can tell why because it's an Xbox 360 version and an Xbox One version. And I'll be. I guess this is so. I'm gonna put it right next to the same. I'm gonna put it a little bit above it because it's the modernized version, and I used an actual normal controller, and I prefer the Xbox One controllers over the Xbox 360. I don't need to explain that, but I prefer the controls on the Xbox One over it, and I did it again because I enjoyed the game. Maybe I'll do. I was gonna do the Lego Marvel Superheroes one as well, but I had to buy it with something else with the other in the 2-pack, and I decided no, I'm not doing that. So that's why I got this on sale when I bought Lego Star Wars and I bought Lego Movie 2 because it was like a buy however many get this many free. I forget what other. Oh yeah, it was Batman 3. It was buy three get one free. It was Batman. I got Batman 3 plus the DLC. I got Lego Jurassic World because I needed a fifth. I needed a fourth game. I got Lego Movie 2 and I got Lego Skywalker Saga. So I got all those for and I got one of them free. I forget which one it was, but it was probably the cheapest one. So yeah, not Lego. Telltale Back to the Future. You are going into where are you going up here? You gotta head out and go off to work. Fair enough, Munchlax. You have a good night there, Munchlax. I'll see you. Then I might see you again tomorrow. We'll see about that. But yeah, uh, funny enough, Telltale Back to the Future is actually getting pretty high up on the list. It's going to A tier, and it is going right about right there. Because what I like about this one is that you can tell this is an earlier Telltale game, so your decisions don't matter, but it has better gameplay. The story is good and doesn't feel like you have to like making choices just impacts it slightly. Your choices don't matter, but lets the story play out more how they want it to go. So you can see like how the story is supposed to go, and it feels like a perfect continuation of the Back to the Future game, of not the game, the Back to the Future movies. It feels like a perfect continuation. This is the 30. It's a 30th edition special edition. It's just it's a nice little continuation. You have fun with it, and like I said, it's an early Telltale game, so you actually have more to do in it than just walk around and make decision, walk around, make decision, walk around, make decision. So yeah, and the final game on this list, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead. You are going into. You are going into. Right there, because I liked Quiet Place. Like I said, I liked it. I think it was a little too. I had a little too many collectibles, and I think it, which is odd to say because I have Alan Wake up here, and that's like the king of collectibles. But that has a good story, and I didn't have to replay it like 3 times. I had to replay Quiet Place 3 times. I probably could have done it in two, but I didn't want to look at the collectibles before I did the initial run, because I just wanted to play it normally, so I didn't get so I didn't get spoiled of the story when I was looking at the collectibles and whatnot. So yeah, and so yeah, I probably, like I said, I probably could have condensed it down to two, maybe even just one if I just did it all in HUD. but I didn't. And like I said, I liked it, but I definitely lost steam of it later on in the time. And like I said, the fact that it introduces your mechanics at the beginning of every level, you get a new mechanic, which is nice for different up to the levels. But when I'm trying to when you keep giving me when you give me like new stuff right at the end of the game, like in the pool section, they give you they give you a new mechanic that is only used in that one bit when you're leaving the pool, and you never see it again. That makes no like it feels like maybe like they wanted to do more to the game, but they didn't. But they just didn't use it. So but they realized they had it still there. So they put a tutorial in there. And also, if they just put it all in the beginning, you would have forgotten it by the time you get to the end because you wouldn't have used it before until then. So yeah, it just I feel it was a little tutorially, and it definitely overstayed its welcome when I was doing the grind for it. But I feel like part of that was my fault. But yeah, it goes there in A tier. But then that is the list here. I will download this before I close it up because we're not going to need this again. Well, until next year. But then I can use the images I had of already, and I can do it, and I can just look at my download, and I can just look at it there, and then move something around with how I feel about it. But then, all right, we're moving on to the next game. Well, not the next game, but the next tier list. This is the bigger one. This is the more important one. I feel like, which is odd to say because we spent 2 hours on the other one. But this is. Well, I feel like this is going to take shorter because it's just a one for doing the. This is for each of the rarest achievements. Once again, what I'm saying by that is these are the achievements that are not these are not the hardest achievements in the game. These are the I looked at trueachievements.com. These are the ones with the least amount of tracked gamers who have earned them. So it may be because they're buggy, maybe because they just no one cared about them or did them, and maybe because no one bought the DLC and it's just the rarest achievement because very few people bought the DLC and that's just the rarest achievement out of that DLC that no one bought. That's the case here. So yeah. All right. So anyway, back to you. So once again, starting at the beginning of the game, and this is also what I did the whole prep work for. This is what I have listed every single achievement on here because I was like, I might forget what an achievement is, and I don't want to have to look it up again. So I have a list of every single one here, and so yeah, we're going to be going through all this whole list, and I'm going to talk about each of what my thoughts on these achievements are. Some of them might have better memories of than others, which is for better and worse. So yeah. So starting off with going to this is based off difficulty as well. So this isn't how much I like the achievement. This is how hard it is to do. So first off, I'm just going to start off by putting all of these Telltale games into D tier because we have Brother in Arms for the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is just completing the last section of the last chapter. Batman 2 for completing the last part of the last chapter. The only one different here is this one here for the first Batman, which is not. This isn't the last part of the chapter. This is actually the third to last part of the chapter. But apparently this is buggy, so some people just didn't get it. So this technically counts, but I feel like, this is also just easy to get if you don't get it bugged. And I'm not going to count the fact that it's buggy unless like actually nobody got it. But it's not a significant amount. But since it technically fixed the rules, I'll put it there. Which makes me also feel like I probably should have done either using True Achievement Score or not paying attention to the DLC. But some of these DLC achievements are actually decently hard, so I left them in. But if we want to do a different tier list, which I highly doubt, we can do it, but probably not. Anyway, next one we have Lego Avengers, which is for a part of something bigger for completing the Agents of Shield mission with all the mini kits, and this is going into D tier because this isn't hard to do at all. You just play through the game. If you have all the characters, you can just do it. It's not that hard. I'll put it up here because it's technically harder than all these. I'll put that there because this is technically harder to do than those ones because it might be buggy. This one is not. This one is just you do the mission and you get all the stuff in it, and whoop de doo, you're done. But apparently no one wanted to play the Agents of Shield DLC, which is surprising because actually, I know a lot of people don't really care about Agents of Shield. I liked Agents of Shield, and I would defend Agents of Shield, and I'm hoping, and I'm one of the people saying that it's canon to the MCU. No doubt, I'm not saying, and I won't. I'm going to say it's canon to the MCU, and if someone gets on my back about it, I'm going to say I don't care. I liked Agents of Shield. I thought it was a good show, and it was fun, and it was it was fun. It was a nice little change of pace from the superhero stuff from the MCU at that point. Yeah, I liked it. It was a nice change of pace from it. But yeah, then we have the Lego Jurassic World one, and this is going into C tier because it's completionist. You just do everything in the game and you get it. And Marvel Super Heroes is going to go there because this is the original one. Not as much stuff to do as in Jurassic Park, not Jurassic Park, but Jurassic World. But it's But these are not hard to do, but they do take a bit, so I'm gonna put them there. Next one. This is for a way out. This is the one for yeah, for manage. This is man. Oh yeah, I forgot to name to give the name. So this one is next time it'll be flawless, and this one is you win a no prize. So yeah, this one next one is for the way out is for managed anger, which I understand why this is rare, and I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's understandable and it's missable. So the reason why it is because to get this achievement, you have to have whoever is playing as the what's the guy's name? The one character with the long nose and no beard. Whatever that guy's name is. You have to have whoever's playing as him has to go stand at a table and wait there and not do anything. And then after a while, he gets angry and just tosses the guy off the roof, and it turns out it's a hallucination. That's what happens. But you have to wait so. But it's and the other one is on. And there's another one that's also like it, but that one's not on it. But this one is understandable because it takes a while for it to actually work, and also it just. But I also feel like it's not. I don't feel like it's as rare, but I also feel like I can understand why. But it's missable, and it's understandable why it might be missable, and I feel like so. And I feel like yeah, people would miss it if they weren't trying to go for the normal game stuff. So I'll put it in B tier. All right, next one we have. This is for Kill with Fire MLG Pro. I want to put this in A tier. What you have to do for this is basically you have to do a 360 no scope on a spider. That can be hard, that can be easy, depending on how your aim is and how good you are at 360. There's some ways to get around it, but it can be hard to do. So I'll put it in A tier. Like I said, I think I'll move these around a bit more than I did the game list, just because I need to have a frame of reference for difficulty and whatnot. This is Hughes. This is scientific apparatus. This is for beaker collectibles. This is going down to here. It's not a full complete. It's not that long of a completion. You just gotta find all the beakers here, which is just the collectibles in the game. It doesn't take all that long to do. If you're doing the normal game, you don't really miss them at all. Sometimes there's little side routes you have to go to get them, but most of the time you won't be missing them. It's pretty easy to find them. The next one is another completionist one. This one's for all achievements in the game. This is for Beast of Maryville Isle for Master Photographer, and I'm gonna put this as I'm gonna put you there because you're not a full. I mean, I guess it is a full 100% you're doing all the stuff, but it's also just taking photos. It's not much of a skill set, and you're not really like you miss stuff. Unless you miss a photo opportunity, you're not gonna miss a lot of stuff. You're gonna get it. The next one. This is Okay, this one is going up here in A tier. This is for Hitman 3 for capital punishment for doing all the sniper challenges in the sniper assassin level of crime and punishment, aka the Russia prison. Wait, yeah, the Russia prison. So basically, you have to play this level and do all the challenges for it. And some of them are easy, some of them are hard, but it takes a long while to do. And I can understand why it's going to be up there. I might put this up in actually I'm gonna put it in S tier. We can rearrange it later, but that takes a while to do. It's not hard to do, so actually, I think she wants to put it back down here, but we're going to use this as a frame of reference, and we'll move it down later. So yeah, we'll stick with that for right now. But yeah, next one. It Takes Two minigame Megalomania for doing all the minigames in the game. This is a completionist one. You're not gonna miss it. You're not gonna miss it. Well, you will miss it if you don't go out of your way for mini games. But this is a central point of the game. Actually, I'm gonna put it down here because this is a co-op game. You don't want to miss these. These are the fun stuff you do with your friends in the game. You don't want to miss these. If you're playing the game and you play with your friend, they might actually want you to look at a guide so you can do all the mini games because it's the fun stuff to do. These are just normal boring collectibles, so I understand why you might miss them. But these are fun collectibles. You probably won't miss them. Next one, Gangby, step down by breaking stairs. This one's going in A tier because, especially since this is a multiplayer game, unless you do a custom game, you have a hard time doing this because what you have to do is you have a specific level, you have to go down to the specific part and jump, and you have to make it fall down, and you have to while everyone's still trying to attack you and stop you from doing it, you have to get up and save yourself so you don't die, and you have to do all that while people are beating you up, and you have to make sure that while it's all falling down, you don't fall to your death and die because then you don't get the achievement. So yeah, it can be a bit challenging. It's not if you do a custom game, it's not as challenging, but it can still be a pain in the ass. So it goes at A. Coffee talk.
This is another complete all the achievements list, but it actually goes into B tier. I guess B for barista. Reason why is because of the barista. Actually, no, this goes A tier, but it actually goes top A tier. I know I'm moving it up a lot, but A, we don't have a lot of games on here, and B, it's my list. But yeah, the reason why, there's a barista mode in the game, and instead of the story, you just get constant coffee orders, and some people will be like, I want this coffee, just or this much with this amount, and then as you get to near the end of it, they just start saying, I want a coffee with this flavor profile, and this flavor profile, and this flavor profile, and you have to mix it all, and you have to mix it all right perfectly, so it does that, and you have to do it while you're on a rush, and you have to do enough of it while you're on that rush, and then in a row, otherwise you don't get the last achievements. It's a pain in the ass. You can do it's, and that's also the rarest achievement. That isn't the completion of all the achievements. Is to do the main one of that. It's a pain in the ass, but it's not that hard. But it well not it is a bit hard if you, but you just put. But I feel like I'm fighting my own self. I'm like talking to my playing both devil's advocates here. I'm like it's not that hard. It is that hard. I'm going crazy here. But yeah, it is. But yeah, it deserves that spot. I think at least for now. All right, next one. It is Untitled Goose Game, the secret prize for. Actually, oh, you have to do the name. Game Beasts was Step Down, and then Coffee Talk was Coffee and Chill. And next one is Untitled Goose Game, which is secret prize for completing all the to-do lists. Now this one is going into a tier as well, right there. I think I'm gonna move you down to there because honestly, you're not all that hard to do. Basically, do everything in the game, which is easy at the beginning, and then we have to start doing the speedrun achievements, which is do the entire list in under this amount of time. Then it's just getting painful and difficult. And they're not that. I don't think they're as bad as Coffee Talks Barista mode there, but it can definitely feel like sometimes you just get screwed over by the AI characters in it, and you just can't get it done. Or you just like, or you like something gets stuck, or like, or you get what's too far away because the character moved out the way. You just can't do it. And yeah, that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, you know what? You get a little crown for it, so I guess you get a bit more reward than Coffee Talks. So yeah, the next one, which is yeah, this is Assassin's Creed for which is personal vendetta for killing all the Templars. This goes S tier as well, and the reason why is that there's 60 of them. You have to kill 60 of them across the whole game in all the different locations and all the different random spots that they're in. You have to kill all of them. This isn't for killing all the main targets. This is for killing all the random Templars you find in the game. It's kill them all in order to actually, get the stuff, get the achievement done, and get the full completion in the game, and they're just like hiding out in all the areas. And not only that, you don't get to collect them. You just have to fight them and kill them. You either have to assassinate them or beat them in the fight if they see you. So yeah, it's a fucking pain in the ass when you're doing that. But it's not like I said, it's not it's tedious. I think it's tedious enough that I'm willing to put it in S tier. And also the fact that, like I said, you have to fight them to kill them, or you have to like sneak up on them enough. And a lot of the time, they're just in an open area. They can see you, and they'll see. And you try to go to stab them, they'll get you before you'll see you and attack you before they do that. Or you'll be chased by other guards, and they'll come and get you. But yeah, so yeah, that is it. So yeah, that goes S tier. You're next. This goes into D tier. This is not hard at all. This goes to yeah, yeah. This is for doing the DLC. This is the next case achievement for Unheard. Basically, all you have to do is you have to get the second DLC ending, and yeah, this game is DLC. It's one case. You do the case, you get to the end of it. You have to do it again, but you have to figure out the order of which places people had a gun, and which one was the real gun, which one was the top gun. Figure out which one the one went around in. You follow that around. You figure out where it is and where it wasn't, and you figure out who had it, and then you get this achievement. This isn't that hard. I can understand why people might not have done it because it's part of the DLC, but it's not that hard. I don't. I feel like I feel like the main game stuff is a lot harder than this one, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah. Anyway, where's the next one? AC Unity, Hydrogen Bonded for 100% DLC sync. I think I'm gonna put this here, but I'm gonna put it at the top of C because it's a decently challenging completion. You have to do like all the stuff in the DLC, the Suga Legacy, and the main stuff with the side completionist stuff, and you have to do all of the chests and whatnot. But it's not. It's just the usual Assassin's Creed stuff. It's not like it's gonna be. It's not like not a walk in the park, but it's also not like I'm gonna be working on this for 15 days straight. It's not that hard. This is Adios's achievement called Hardy for eating stew. You at the end of the game, you have to choose a meal option. And the stew is the rarest one, and apparently this is the rarest achievement in the game. So you go into down there, because at least with these games, they're longer games. You spend more time with it. This is a short game. This is apparently the rarest achievement because nobody wanted to eat stew. So yeah, that goes down to the bottom of D tier. Uh, another Lego Ninjago. This goes there because I think there's less stuff to do than Jurassic World, but there's more stuff to do than Marvel Superhero, so makes sense. Alright, so this is for. Alright, this is another collectible achievement, but this is going. This is for Dead Eyes and Case West. This is Petty Vandal. Oh yeah, I've got the Ninjago one is matched to completion. If anyone cares, but this is going to. I'll put this here because do have to kind of go out of your way for them. So you do. So I would say they're a lot more likely to not get these than this one, and also they're just like hanging on the wall, so that you're very easy to just like overlook. Whereas these ones like absolutely don't blend in with the background at all, so you can see where they are. And this one also, I think there's areas where you just straight up can't get them if you miss the thing. I might be wrong about it, but and also, like I said, this spans the whole map. You have to do the whole map here. These are just like small little levels. You have to each one. You have to make sure like, did I get all the beacons in it? Yep, I did. All right, we can move on. But yeah, but yeah. All right. Next one, Lego Indiana Jones for I can't believe what you did. 100 whip disarms. This is just. This one will go with here. Because this is one you may get in the middle of the game and you may not. This is just a do this ability this many times and you get it. This isn't hard at all. This is just, tedious. It's not like you don't have to even look around for it. You just have to get. Are you Indiana Jones, the main character? Yes. Is there someone with a weapon in front of you? Yes. Then use your whip and get to do this 100 times and you get it. Not that hard. In fact, I think I might actually move it down to D tier. Top of D tier there. All right. This goes in. This is the Wheel of Fortune one for vacation time for winning 5 prize wedges. This one goes to right here because this is difficult if you get unlucky. If you get lucky, it's an easy achievement. If you don't get lucky, it takes a while. But if you I think it works if you have other players get the prize wheel wedge. But you don't even have to complete the game with it. You just have to get it. So if you play the game long enough, you will get this achievement. So it's not that big of a deal. And the only reason I put it above this is that technically you can keep playing the game and not get it because it's random luck. This one you can just keep playing the game and keep playing the game and you get it eventually. But yeah, so next one it is unpacking for flushing every toilet. This one is a collectible achievement. You are going into. Actually, you're going here because it's pretty easy to reload levels and whatnot to get this. You just have to open up the level, go to the bathroom, flush the toilet, then go back. Actually, I think I'm gonna put this here because you can go. Because technically, you can just do this whenever you want. So even if you miss a toilet, you can just go back to the level, flush the toilet, move on. If you miss something, just look through the levels again. Not that hard to find it. All right, next one, another Lego game, 100%. You have to find. This one is. This. Oh yeah, the toilet one was gotta flush them all. And the Lego Bat one is the city is safe for now. So this one is going into right here because it's very easy to do because it's just the story levels with the mini kits and whatnot, and then you have to, and that's all you gotta do. There's no hub world, no nothing. Just do mini kits on all the levels, which technically there's like 30 of them because it's the 15 villain, 15 hero, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Code red done. All right, next one. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Next one is Sherlock. The Sherlock Holmes Devil's Daughter. Life of a consulting detective for getting all the achievements. This one is going in with. This one is going up to. Yeah, this one's going here because, like I said, all you have to do here is just do all the achievement stuff, which you won't miss unless you start skipping areas. The only one I missed was for not doing the stealth area. That's the only one I missed here. And that's so pretty much if you do all the game stuff, you will get this achievement. You are not likely to miss it. So yeah, it's not so. But since the completionist stuff, it goes there. Right, next thing we will do. Actually, I feel like I could move this down to here because this is all like the complete the game stuff. complete the story stuff, but I'm gonna leave it up there because I forget if there's any other achievements with it that are questionable. But and also because the stealth section is just a pain in the ass, so I feel like I'm allowed to do a little bias. All right, next one is stacking. I feel like it's odd that I have a game both called unpacking and stacking, like they're both the opposite of each other, but maybe it's just me. Right. This one is called Super Tramp for getting all of the DLC hijinks, which is just it's basically a little fun thing that gives you little upgrades to the character's weapon, to the character for some character's abilities. It's not all that hard. It's a completionist thing. You can get it. It's not that hard, and I'm gonna put it there. You just gotta pretty much, like I said, the DLC is pretty short. You won't if you just look at the hijinks list, you can easily figure out how it is when you look at the list. So yeah, it's not that hard. Far Cry 5, not Far Cry 5, but this is Far Cry 3. I'm done with the first list here. Yeah, well, done with the first list. We're not even at the first ad break yet. Far Cry 3 Classic. Rock always wins for 25 full rock distracts. This one is going into B because you can technically miss it, but it's not because it's not what you have to do. And honestly, I'm surprised that this is the rarest achievement though, because you have to basically fully distract him. You toss the rock, you wait for him to go all the way over there, and you wait for him to go back to their post. And I feel like the problem is that people don't wait for them to go back to their post. If you know what you're doing, you can do this one. It's not that hard, but it's a pain in the ass to do because some people just can't. But people probably didn't do it when they were playing the game because they just didn't know that they need to have them go back, and they probably thought it was bugged. But yeah, it's just. But yeah, and like I said, this isn't like a this, like I said, I'm not, and this is proof that it's not what the best game is that's going to dictate the hardest achievements because this is killer frequency. Like I said, it was top game here. Honestly, the achievement here is probably I want to say D tier or C tier. I want to say probably C tier, like right here. Actually, no, it's bit because what you have, because pretty much just fail everything. This is not even the one for can't save no one. This is one for failing for fucking up so badly. No one survives. Not even the main character or your assistant. Nobody survives. You fuck up enough, you get this achievement. Apparently, not everyone's fucked up enough. No one's just decided I want everyone to die and just let it happen. I thought it was gonna be the one for getting this everyone saved in under 4 hours. No, no one just everyone was just like, oh no, they left. Go back to my save file. No, they just straight up. Like I said, I wish I could talk about that one because I had a bit more trouble with that one than I did this one, and I could say like how but yeah, it's I can understand why maybe like you could have trouble with that one team section, but other than that, a lot of them pretty easy to fuck up because it's pretty much just the game tells you how you can figure out how to save them. Don't do that. But the teenage one can be a bit tricky because sometimes there's like half ones and like they can this person doesn't kill everyone but they kill some people. You know what I mean? But yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's we'll pause it later because we have ads in progress, but I'm sorry, we're getting further than this. Maybe it's because I stopped yapping, but also it's because I will. Let's just say because it's not talking about a whole game. It's talking about one achievement and what my thoughts are on it. Oh, and I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts about the next one. I can see what it is, and I know what it is, and I'm sure if you guys know either Alan Wake or if you can or if you remember what I was saying earlier, you know what it is. Or if you've seen me talk about it at any other person's stream, or talk about it on my own streams, or talk about it in Discord, or talk about it in a lot of places. This one, I will be talking about it when we get back from the ads. But oh boy, do I have words about this one and the other and that sister achievement that I don't have on here because like I said, I only put one for each game. Part of me thinks I should have done. Like I said, I wish there was a better one for me to look at it because the problem with the way I do this is that if people don't buy the DLC and do the achievements, it counts those as the rarest one. So like I said, the thing I would like to have is if there's a way for me to like see like how many people have bought the DLC and how many out of them have done it, and if it's a separate list. Whereas the way that True Humans has it is if or Xbox is, as well is if they don't have the DLC, it still counts as that part. Is if you don't even if you don't have the DLC, it counts towards that tracked gamer list. So even if you decide I'm just gonna play the main game, or if you're like I have this game from my childhood, I'll do it here. I don't want to spend any other money on it. That's fine, but it still tracks in true achievements and on Xbox.com as you have not done that achievement, and it lowers the percentage so it counts stuff like that one DLC level or or what's another DLC one on here I can talk about? I guess you could count the Russia Sniper Challenge one as it because that's technically a DLC, but it's just also a challenging achievement, so it's fair enough. I understand why, but or the stacking one for the DLC hijinks. That's a fun game, but nobody played by the DLC because people played it and was like, I don't need DLC. The game's fine as is, and just moved along with their lives. But yeah, so yeah, I think a good amount of these are just like people didn't have the DLCs. Actually, no. So far, it's just two of them because it's just this one has this one, and what was it? It was yeah, it was just yeah. So far, it's just this one and this one. But I know what we have coming. It's gonna be a bit more. But yeah. So next one, Alan Wake Remastered. No punctuation for doing the second DLC Death List. This one is going straight to S tier, and it's going above everything else because fuck it. I'm not because this was a fucking terrible DLC. Not terrible DLC. Terrible DLC achievement. So basically, the way they did the DLC is they had the more action-packed DLC 1 and they had the more platform-based DLC 2. Have fun platforming in DLC 2 where you still also have to fight in certain areas, but planes will just start falling out of the area and you have to do jumps from platform in the sky to platform in the sky. If you fall down, you have to start the whole DLC again, and you always got to start the DLC with a horde mode swarm of everyone trying to fight you and kill you, and you got to fight them all off, and then you got to do just so you can do the DLC jump again, and then you get to this one big guy who's on the same platform as you, who can just knock you off immediately, or knock you out even on the platform, and you just die and you have to do it all over again. That was a pain in the ass. That was probably it was either that one or DLC one that was my most replayed part of the game. I want to say it's probably DLC two. Well, even then, with DLC two, the main problem is just that beginning part. It's just that one. It's the platforming stuff and all that. After I got that past that part, I was able to do it. DLC one, I would get to certain parts, I would just die, and I had to start the whole thing out over again, and I would get to a new part and I die, or I'd go back to an old part and I died there. I think DLC one might have been harder, but I also think DLC two might also be. But I'm not going to try it again because God forbid I'm not doing that. But yeah, so we're not touching that with a we're not. I'm not doing. I have to do those achievements again, and then the same when I do it on Xbox 360. Well, maybe I'll just retire before then. No, I'm kidding. Well, I do it. You guys will see the pain, I guess. You guys will see the pain. Maybe I might be better. Maybe might be able to do them first try, but we'll see about that. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. All right, so we will be. But yeah, so we are going to Actually, let's continue. All right, let's continue on now. Quantum Break Time Lord hard difficulty. This is going up to S difficulty as well, but it's going in between here. And the reason why is it's one fucking boss fight. And I've said it already. It's Paul. At the end of the game, you fight Paul. You fight him, and he's just he's BS the whole time. You can't shoot him in this whole section. He goes and he keeps shooting you from trying to shoot you from a distance. You have to hide and cover. He sends you his bodyguard, his men to go and shoot you as well. You have to hide from them and shoot them so you can get him to do his big area of effect attack. You got to run away from that before he hits you. And because if he hits you, it's an instant KO. You got to go back to the beginning of the fight. And then once after that, you have to go back to so you can shoot him. And you have to do that 3 times, 3 separate times. And the stages get harder and harder and harder each time. So after you get the first one, you get to harder stage, and then a harder stage. And if you die doing all of that, it starts you from the beginning again. And then he always starts off with this one line, and it's just fucking annoying. It's like, better not, Jack! And that line's been ingrained in my head because of that one fucking boss fight. And I had to keep replaying it off over and over again. I was like, better not, Jack! And I started quoting it at the same time as him, and being, better not, Jack! But yeah, that's the reason why it goes up there. There's other parts in it that are difficult, but that's the part that's ingrained in my mind, which is why, and that is enough to deserve it S tier. Plus everything else S tier immediately. Like I said, I like the game, but that one achievement is a pain in the ass. All right, back to it. Next one is I have these ordered wrong, huh? I thought I had control. I have control before. All right, I'll move that back then. But yeah, next one is control. This is for. Oh, I forgot to say. The kill frequency one was killer frequently. The fuck frequency one was rock always wins. Alan Wake Remastered was no punctuation. Quantum Break was time lord, and this is control vending spree for destroying 80% of the vending machines. And this one funnily enough, is also going S tier. But this one isn't. Actually, no, this one's not going. Actually, I want to put this in A tier, and it's going in here. In here is A tier, and like I said, this isn't a hard achievement. But I know people have had trouble with this achievement, and I forget if I had trouble with this achievement as well. I don't think I did, but I might have, and I just might have blocked it out. But well, the problem with this is that the game can get bugged, and what you have to do is in the DLC for the Ultra World events, you have an area, and if vending machines spawn there, and every so often, if you hit that vending machine, it's an altered object, and it will start running around and start spitting stuff out, and start spitting out sodas, and you have to destroy it every single time. Well, not every single time, but you destroy 80% of them. It's gotten bugs for people where they just won't show up, and they won't show up, and you have to start the whole section again and get to that spot just to hope that they're still there or there again. And so you just keep repeating it over and over again until you can finally get all the vending machines. I don't think it happened to me, but I don't feel like ignore what some people have had to go through for that. So that's why it's there. With something, and I know I can say some people might say the same thing about the Batman one I just mentioned, but that's a Telltale game. You don't have to do much for that. Just make decisions and go along the way. Whereas Control, you actually have to fight your way to it, and B as well, you can make a save before that and just do it over and over again. And if you don't get the achievement, then you quit back out and you go back again, or you can just say, "Fuck it," you did the whole game. You can see the last achievement. You can say you've done. Control, you can't say that because you got the thing. At least it's not 100% of them, but it's still a pain in the ass. So it still deserves to say, not be up there in A tier. But yeah, so all right, next one. Oh, great. Oh boy, another S tier one. Oh boy, oh gee whiz. You get to go right there because because funnily enough, I had to boost this achievement because I couldn't do this normally because this is a dead game, and also because everyone playing this is a hardcore pro now, and because of a lot of other reasons. But yeah, but I had to boost this with a bunch of people on the Xbox because I tried to do this normally. I got like two characters done, I'm pretty sure. I just could not get him any further. And I was like, hey man, hey guys, random guys in Choo Choo, are you trying to boost this? And I was like, hey, can I join you? And I joined up, and I got my achievements. And we basically just rotated who got him, and that was a fun time. I enjoyed that. I don't want to have to do that for an achievement. I would have liked to just do it because I want to have fun with some people. Instead of just being like, hey, let me win this, please. Let me win this. I gotta get my achievement, please. But yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I'm never touching Reverse again. It's why it's on D tier because it's just a pain in the ass. And it's also a dead game, so yeah, it's over and done with. But yeah, all right, next one. Oshishone for I forgot to say. I keep forgetting to say the names because I want to say the names with them. But OA versus is Raccoon Survival Squad. It's for getting first place as Chris, Leon, Claire, Jill, Ada, and Hunk. Yeah, 6 people. 6 times you have to win, and there's also ones for like winning on getting top 3 in certain matches and whatnot. So people will be trying to get this achievement as well, and they will try to stop you. So that's why it's staying in S tier. Oshishone for Firewatch, which is just for listening to a tape, that goes D tier. You might miss it, but also if you can make manual saves, and because it's just a single collectible, you're not missing out on much if you don't do this. It's not like it's gonna be a hard achievement that people are gonna be like, oh, you didn't get that one, oh, you didn't try your hardest at it. No, I'm gonna put this above here because I feel like that's unfair to put a DLC one higher than that, and also because you can miss this, but you can also miss this as well. But yeah. Oh, this Superliminal goes. So this one goes into. I don't want to put it S tier, A tier. Because this one's doing it in 35 minutes. I've done this plenty of times and I feel like yeah, it goes high A tier or low S tier. I'm gonna say low S tier. It goes below because I think I did 3 playthroughs. One a normal playthrough and I definitely wasn't gonna get it. I tried to do the second time and I missed it. And then the third playthrough, I was on the third or the fourth playthrough I did it. And I like Superliminal, but once you do it enough, you have to do this the whole game in 35 minutes for the achievement Superluminal, not even Superliminal, just Superluminal because I want to make you realize, wait a minute, that's misspelled. Wait a minute. But yeah, so you do that, and you have to play the whole game in 35 minutes. When you play through the game normally, it doesn't feel like you can do it. Then the second time you play through it, you do the first speedrun achievement. You ask, oh, I might actually be able to. Once you know what you have to do in each area, you can kind of speedrun it a bit more. But it's still doing it in 35 minutes. You gotta set up a time. You usually have to should set up a timer for 35 minutes. And you're like, once that goes off, you're like, oh well, I'm done. But well, you should at least do well. Even if you fail the first one, just go through to get the second one, and just see how far much longer you have to cut out. Pretty much, if you just avoid everything else and just blitz to the end, and you know what you're doing, you can just speed along. And especially when you see the areas, you can do it. But it's still a pain in the ass, so it goes S tier. Uh, this one is AC Origins. This one is Archaeologist for doing all the daily life tours. This one goes to D tier because this is not hard at all. This one goes to this one goes here. What you have to do is just do all the daily life tours. What does that mean? You walk around and you learn about history. That's all you do. No enemies, no puzzles or whatnot. You go to the discovery tour option. You can find all the you see all the lists for daily life. You just walk along it. You interact with the stuff to see what the history is about. If you care about it, you can read it. If you don't, you can just skip past it and just walk all the way along and just get the achievements. But no one's done it because nobody cares about the discovery mode. And you have to do all the daily life tours. I don't know why they did this one for this one and not any other ones, but apparently they did, and no one cared about it. So that's not why it's here. But it's an easy achievement, so you might as well go ahead and do it. Well, we got my new top 10 contender here. Oh, we got the new S rank. We got the new S rank. Move it along. No punctuation. If I can survive a squad. I feel like this one's gonna stay here, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna stay there, and it's gonna be a crowning achievement there. I have this one on my trophy case, but it's just I think well, at least I had it on my trophy case as is for a bit before I think I might have removed it and just put the full game up there instead. But this one is a pain, and if you've ever played Yakuza Like a Dragon as well, you know that this is a pain. You're going through the full final Millennium Tower, all the way from bottom to top. You do the final Millennium Tower, and then you realize, oh wait a minute, that's not the real tower. The real tower's over there, and it's even taller and even more. And they put all the people at level 99 at the maximum levels they can, and the maximum typing of it. Like they go from the Dragon Fighter to the Dragon Master or whatnot, or from the whatever that one guy is. What I forget what the things are called. It's been too long, but I'm thinking my brain's just trying to block it out. And the worst part is you can die if you die at any point all the way up. You have to start the whole thing again, and you pretty much should just reload, and you pretty much have to reload all the way back. And you better hope you saved that so you did all your grinding for that, because otherwise you're gonna do all your grinding again. I did like a 2 or 3 hour. Fun fact for those who don't know, my first full stream was doing the grind for was doing not even doing the Millennium Tower. It was doing the pre-leveling and grinding stuff to get up to the full Millennium Tower. It was, and I did not. But the thing is, I didn't even have VOD saving on, so I don't have the footage of it. But even then, I didn't have my microphone on because literally all I was doing was just run here, go run to the sewers, go fight the homeless guy who gives you all the XP. Go to the next one, go to the next one, then go back up to respawn them all again, do it again, then maybe go off and do something else to make it look a little bit more interesting. Than just keep going to the sewers. And I didn't even do it on stream. I went on and did it off stream. I went in for an attempt because like, oh, I'm not gonna get it done here at all. And I just was like, oh, I'm actually getting it. Oh, I'm getting further. Oh, I'm getting further. Oh, I'm at the final boss fight. And I tried to do the final boss fight. I tried to do it, and I failed a couple. I failed once, failed twice. On the third time I did it, and that's the thing. On the final boss fight, you can respawn. You can try it again. All you have to do is you have to pay a certain amount of I think you have to pay like a certain amount of the in-game currency, the yen you earn. You pay that amount to restart it again. I did that a couple times, but I finally did it. I canceled my plans for that night. I had plans to go out to dinner with some family and friends, and I gave them a good excuse of why I didn't. But I canceled it because I wanted to finish this up, and I didn't want it to stop. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to get back up to this again. So I canceled my plans for the night, and I just focused in on getting that boss fight done, and I did it, and it was over and done with. And the cries came down. He did it! He did it! Except it was just me here in a basement, walking around, being like, "Yeah, I did it! Yeah, woo, yeah!" Like that one guy on like the one meme where the guy went in third place just popping corks, but in first and second place was Ryu. First place was the company made it, Rio Gagateca. Just looking me down like, you haven't even done the other games yet. And then the other second place was everyone else has done the achievement before me. Be like, it took you this long, huh? But yeah, that's gonna stay there in S tier. I don't care what anyone else thinks. That's staying in S tier, and I have no other words about that. Next one, more. This one is going strictly to. Honestly, I'm gonna put it A tier because, like I said, it's a 2.5 hour wait. This one is Back for More for Super Hot. Oh yeah, Yakuza 0 one was like the Victory of the Millennium, which is fair enough. And EC Origins was Archaeologist. I think I said that already. Yeah, Super Hot one, you just wait 2.5 hours for the timer. It used to be 8 hours, which would have been an S tier, but it's just 2.5 hours. My best recommendation: find a good movie to watch and just wait it out. Like if you like maybe this is the time you finally get off to go watch Oppenheimer. You put it on a second screen, you watch Oppenheimer, and you move your little sticker every so often so your Xbox doesn't go to sleep on you. And then or you find or you watch a movie or you watch start watching your or you start watching a full season of a TV show or whatnot. You just find something to watch and you just wait and you wait it out. It's still a pain in the ass, but it's not a pain. But it's not a physical pain in the ass. It's a time waste pain in the ass. Like I said, if this was still the 8 hour time limit, it would be up here because that's pretty much you cancel your plans just to move the controller left and right, or you make sure your Xbox doesn't automatically shut off, which is a fire hazard. Whereas 2.5 hours, you can just pop on a movie, wiggle your controller a bit, or let your Xbox just not go to sleep and just maybe you go to sleep. The next one is Lego Batman. Wait, no, wait, huh? Wait, yeah, these definitely got shuffled up in the mix. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because Dead Rising 2 is the next one. Okay, yeah, Dead Rising 2 is TK's favorite. So this one you have to win all 9 TR events. This is another one like boosted with multiplayer people, but this one is going into this one going S tier. No, I think this one goes into. Yeah, I think this one goes here. Yeah, that goes there. Because the thing is, it's a fun achievement. It's the mini games in TIR are fun. I wish this game wasn't. I wish when they remaster Dead Rising 2, and I say when because I believe I'm pretty sure they will because of Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I think went pretty well. I think when they remaster Dead Rising 2, they better bring. I hope they bring back. They don't just leave the TIO minigame to the dust because I actually did enjoy this, and I'm hoping that when they bring it back, they keep it so we can have a more modern version with actual people playing it. Because this was a fun game. This was a fun mode in the game. I think a lot of games that have multiplayer modes that are mostly solo sometimes don't live up to it. This one was a fun one, and because it's like that. It's like a little wipeout style minigame style, but with the zombies from Dead Rising 2. It's a fun show and like I said, you can't even really say you lost because of skill alone because like I said, you practice a lot because you can practice in the solo game if you don't believe you can do it right away. Or and you can also and a lot of it is just also luck and you can also like screw over your competitors if you want. And if you want to, you can boost it currently because there's no one else online. But it's also, like I said, it's also good off. It's also often that you can do it yourself and knock it, and you just get it out the way instead of unlike this one, which pretty much just helps to hope that you don't have uh, you don't have like sweats at the game just working you through it. This one I don't feel like you can be sweaty because it's not an FP not a shooter game, and it's also a little bit more like fun, have fun and do around it. But yeah. All right, the next one is Lego Batman 2 for Minikit Hero for using all the Minikit vehicles. This one goes to C tier, but it goes below all this stuff. It goes below you, below you, below you. It goes below all of you. Actually, no, you go below, you go here, and you go right there. Because what you have to do is just get all the mini kits, and then actually no, you go there. You get all the mini kits and you use the vehicles. Apparently, people just don't try out the vehicles after they get the mini kits, or they just wait till the end to do them, and then they just don't. So apparently, that's what the least done one. But I feel like it's pretty easy to do. If you do the completion stuff, you'll get this one. It's not all that hard to do. Just hop in just every level you do, just hop in them, or wait till the end of the game and just hop in all the vehicles, and then you get them out the way. Not that hard. All right, the next one is the head only playthrough. This one is going into. I think this one's going to go into
Yeah, I feel like this is a C tier one. This one's gonna go into. I'm gonna say it's this one here. Yeah, I think it's here because you can you can travel along and redo areas in this one. It's a little bit harder in Man of Medan to do the head only playthrough because you have to go through the whole playthrough only making head decisions, which isn't hard. But if you mess up along the way and you just like miss a QTE because you're on your phone or whatnot, you're gonna actually no, I'm gonna move it down more then because this is just focus in and get the head playthrough done. Not that hard. I think I'm gonna put it in D tier then. I'll put it as I'll put it down right here. It's going above and beyond, but it's also not like you're losing. You're having to focus in trying to find a collectible. It's just keep picking the head options here. RoboCop. This is the one. The head only one from Man Dance called Consider all the permutations. RoboCop. Can only be one for doing the old factory level in 10 minutes, which is a shoot all the robots level. All the robots shooting at you, and you have to shoot back at them. And if you want to go for the one for so you have to make sure you do them all, kill them all in 10 minutes. So I hope you have enough gun. I hope you have enough gunpowder because you gotta shoot them all. So yeah, you're gonna have fun with that. So you pretty much gotta and like I said, they are all shooting at you. If you have to be good at the game if you want to get this done. I feel like, or you just have to get lucky because you have all the robots shooting down at you. There's no one else around. And they have pretty good aim, especially when you're playing on the harder difficulties. So yeah, you gotta watch your back with this one. I'm gonna put this in eight. I'm gonna put this in an A tier or S tier. I forget which one. We'll count. We'll see which one harder. Definitely harder than that one. Definitely harder than that one. Definitely harder. Definitely harder. Definitely harder. Definitely harder. Yeah, this one goes up in the S tier, I think. But how far? Yeah, I'll put you there because, like I said, I don't have anything ingrained in my head from RoboCop achievement, but I have "Better Not Jack" ingrained in my head from Quantum Break, so I feel like that's fair enough to leave it there. I'm gonna end up going past the usual stream time just because I want to finish this tier list because I want to leave it half done and then finish it up tomorrow because then I'm gonna be like, oh, did I really put it there? And also I want to just like split start the stream up being like I'm only halfway through it. All right, so next one. We have Goat Simulator 3, the DLC Instincts. This one is going to go into. See, this is a DLC achievement, but there's actually a reason why, because the instincts are kind of a bit, it's a bit iffy to do. Sometimes you gotta go out of your way for a lot of them, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult. But I'll put it there. I don't think it's that hard to do, but it's just you gotta focus in on it. But sometimes it can be a bit iffy to do, and you have to like set things up right. So I'm gonna put it there. Uh, this one is Dead Rising 2 Case Zero for spending $100,000 at the pawn shop. It takes a bit of grinding to do, but it's not that hard. I'll put it here. Actually, I'll put it at the top of D. It's not hard to do. It just takes a bit to do. And I'm not gonna put it up there with the 100% because you can technically just do it normally by just like playing through the thing again and again and again. But excuse me, or if you just like apparently shit the game, you just want to keep buying stuff at the pawn shop, you can just keep playing and get it done. But it's just not. But it's not that hard. All right. This one is Psychonauts 2 for acquiring all the upgrades. Since this is a late game stuff, it makes sense for me to put. I wish I probably put it up here, near the top of it, but it's also a bit grindy to get the stuff to get the bits for it. But I feel like it's not really all that hard. You want to put where do I want to put it? I want to put it around I want to either put it at the top of this or near the bottom of that. So, do I think it's hard to get all of them? No, it just takes a bit of grinding. I think I'll put Psychonauts 2 there because it takes a bit of grinding to get all of the titanium, and you have to make sure you're not spending it all on your like revives and whatnot if you use them a lot. But it's not that hard. It's just you pretty much just gotta play through the game and get enough stuff to buy all the stuff. And even then, you probably won't use all of them. You'll probably just stick with the ones that you enjoy the most, and you probably won't deal with a lot of the goofier ones that they add in for jokes. Oh yeah, which ones we got here? K0 with small town deep pockets. Goes through as well such instincts. That Psychonauts 2 is unlimited power. Unlimited power. The next one is Psychonauts
the Scribblenauts pack for Walking Closet for getting all the costumes in the DC one, the DC level. And this one is going into right about here. Yeah, here. Basically, all you gotta do is do stuff in the game, and you get points, and you can spend those points on costumes. That's all you gotta do. Do it enough to get all the costumes, and you get the achievement. It's not that hard to do. There's no skill involved. Just like spawn things in to get points, and that's all you gotta do. Not that hard to do. The next one, Far Cry 5, Deceased to Exist, for killing 5,000 zombies. You are going to write about. Where is it? I could put an A because it does take a while to do, and so you couldn't just like sit down and like let it mow while you're killing zombies and whatnot. But you'll kill a good amount. You know what? I guess if you're going for it normally, I think I'll put it up here because you can't. If you go for it normally, it's gonna be hard to do, but also it doesn't take as much time as if you get it set up right. You don't have to take as much time as 2.5 hours. And besides, you can leave it going. You can leave it going a lot more than here. It's super hot, and you actually have stuff going on if you want to like focus in and look at it. Whereas this one, you're just waiting for a bar to move along and load up. But yeah, so anyway, next one we have Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. We are stirring up Wasp Nest for doing for the Ant-Man DLC level with the Yellow Jacket and Classic Wasp. Just gotta become them. It's not hard to do at all. You can miss it, I guess, but it's not hard at all. You just gotta play as these two characters. Just buy them before the level and you do it. That's not even hard. Not even harder than Main Kit 1. You have to find stuff like that. You don't even need to find these characters. Well, I don't know how you get them in the main game, but if you have the main game stuff done, you can get this easily. But I'm pretty sure you can it's not that big of a deal. You can just get it right away if you have the characters. Just get the characters, do it right away. It's not that hard. Alright, next time. Lego DC Supervillain. Oh, ads would start soon, I think. It says ads would start soon, but it didn't say they started. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'll wait for the ads to go through, then I'll continue on. How far are we on this? We're on the second page, and we're about right there. I mean, I got through a full page before the ad break happened, so I can definitely get the next one done before we hit 1 o'clock. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. All right, ads are going on. All right, I am debating whether I go get some water or not before I continue on. Go get those ads before we can keep going. All right. Okay, so I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on these games here? I mean, we talked about all the games, but I don't know. How about this? If any of you are subbed or using Twitch Turbo, what's your guys' favorite achievements, or what do you think is the hardest achievement you've done so far? I'm interested to hear, because I mean, you guys know which one mine is because it's probably gonna stay the exact same for this list. I honestly don't see anything here that's gonna take the cake here for harder than that. But who knows? Maybe I'll be changing my mind up because there's some terrible achievements, and I do know there's at least 1 or 2 more S ranks going. Actually, no, I know there's at least 2 S ranks that's coming up soon. So find out. See, I'm starting to think that this might not have been the. Like I said, like I'm saying, I think I should have just waited to do this whole stream tomorrow instead of. But I was like, I said I was gonna do it today. I usually stream on Monday night. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't do it on Monday night. I've been saying I'm going to. I've had personal stuff get in the way of me doing it and doing Monday during the day. I didn't know how long it was gonna take. I thought it was gonna be quickly enough, but I guess not. So yeah, I guess we're just stuck here. I don't even know who else is live right now, but because oh shit, I didn't mean to do it. Shit, no, shit, no, don't do it, 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 no. So I clicked on all my notifications and tried to send me out to somewhere else. Trying, like I said, I'm just trying to. We'll just wait. Okay, now the ad's over. Okay, great. I'm just going to quickly finish clearing out some of my notifications here. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Perfection. Okay, so let's finish this out here. All right, so anyway, back to the list. We have here we go. Next one we have is Lego DC Supervillains. I think that was pretty ruthless. For killing 10 ninjas is Aqualad. Once again, not a hard achievement. You just gotta play as a character, and you even get this character through the DLC. So for free, you don't have to do anything to him. You just get him for free. You can play through the mission. Just defeat 10 of the enemies, and it goes pretty easy. Not that hard. All right, next one is Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Yeah, at least I got screwed up here. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens is the next one. For actually, wait, no, it's not. No, I had it right before. Why am I moving this shit around? Next one. Lego Incredibles for staying right on my tail. It's gonna get hot for doing 9 minutes on the Vigilantes level, which is, if you don't know the Incredibles movie, it's the level where where the two guys put on the hockey mask to try to save a burning building. Do that in 9 hours. It's not. I don't remember enough about it. I don't think it was that hard. I mean, it could be difficult if you just can't do speedrun stuff, but I don't think it will be that difficult. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it. You might miss it when you're playing it normally, but if you don't want to go for the full completion of stuff, but I don't know how. Like I said, it's been a while since I did this one. I don't know how high to rank it, but I guess since I'm forgetting about it enough, I'm gonna put it. And I feel like you can boost it a bit by having certain powers before you get them. So I think if you just play it, if you play, you'll get it. So I'm gonna put it down here. Actually, I'll put it right there. Sure. All right, put it in D tier. All right. Lego City Supercomputer. Not supercomputer, supercomputer. It's a P instead of a T. All right. Well, 100% completion for that. So you get to go here, but I think it's probably one of the hardest ones because you have to do so much stuff for the 100%, and this took me a long while to do. So it's probably the longest of the Lego games it took me to complete because you have to do so much. You have to do one collectible stuff for every single. You have one collectible amount for every single costume, plus extra stuff, plus building stuff, plus getting all the vehicles, plus getting all the characters, plus doing all the story missions to 100%, plus getting all the mini kits, and plus getting all the shield pieces. You have to do so much just to get all the stuff for it. And for what? For this achievement, you get that goes up to here. It's not, like I said, not terribly difficult, but it's hard, but it's decently challenging to do. I feel like I have too much in C and D tier, but I mean, I feel like I've just been kind of neglecting B tier because I'm either like it's hard, but it takes a bit. It's like the hard and challenging, or it's like not that hard at all. And B is just kind of like you can mess it up if you can easily mess it up, or it can take a bit for you to do. But I don't know. It's just kind of I don't know. I think I might move this down to B tier just because I don't think it's as bad anymore. I think I might move. Yeah, I think I might move these collectible stuff down there. That feels a little bit more accurate, I think. Or maybe it's just my OCD brain saying make it similar, make it equal. All right. Next one is Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens for getting all the mini kits on the Escape Starkiller base. Yet another DLC achievement that no one else did because they didn't want to do DLC. I'm gonna put this one here because I feel like I feel like it's more that people don't do the DLC for this one because they played the main game. This one I can understand a bit more that people might want to go off and play might want to go off and go play the. Actually, no, we'll do it here. This one I understand less why people might have done it. I understand why people might not have done this one because you played this Force Awakens, you just wanted to Force Awakens, you don't care about all the non-canon stuff. This one you play, and you might want to listen to the MCU canon of Agents of Shield, and yes, I will say it's canon, like I said. Next one is Inside's in the wrong place now, but uh, yeah, oh no, I keep looking, I keep looking at the wrong one. No, that is not the last one. Oh yeah, the Star Wars one was called I Loosened the Lid. One of the past final finale for all achievements. This one is. I know I put a lot of the all achievements up here, but this one is going into D tier, and it is going right about. I'm putting it here Because like I said, the whole difficulty of the achievements doesn't say how good the game is. It can be a terrible game with hard achievements, and it can be a good game with easy achievements. But I think for now he's also proved that it's a good game, but it's various achievements because it's point and click. You have some miscellaneous stuff in it. You can easily do them. You're not. It's not like anything's hard. I think the hardest stuff is the piano stuff. But if you know how to play piano, or you just look up a guide for how to play the piano right, you can do it easily. Okay. And the next one is also not that hard because it is inside, and inside only has collectible achievements. And this is an easy one here because all you gotta do is simply just all you have to do is just to do all the collectibles. It's not all that hard. You just do the collectibles. You just gotta go off on your side. Some of them are hard to find, and I'll put it up in C here, I guess, because of that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good choice. It's like this one, but it's a little bit worse off than this one because you can't do it right away. You have to go through a bit of the level to get to the spots you need to do, but it's fairly easy to get to them. But yeah, so that's that second page done. I should have done one more game because I want to fully fill up the third page because I have one spot left on it. I should have gotten to Watch Dogs 2 done before it because I was so close. I just need to do the DLC stuff for it. Because it's on the main game I want for it off stream. I'll definitely do that right away the new year. Basically, I'm waiting for my next paycheck because I'm waiting for either the season pass to go on sale or my next paycheck, and I have nothing else to spend it on. That's pretty much what I'm waiting on. It's just those two possibilities. So yeah. Anyway, like I'm saying, all right. The next one is Jeopardy for winning 1,000 buzzers. Actually, well, hold on. Wait, did I say the name of those last two? Yeah, the inside was called the last one because it was the last one. Jeopardy is called Trigger Happy for winning 1,000 buzzers. This one is a grind achievement, and this one's going up here above these ones because it takes a while. Actually, no, this one's going at the top of D because it takes a while to do. It takes a long while to do, but it's not hard. Just play the game. Get some. Get some family and friends over, play some Jeopardy, win some buzzers. Just keep buzzing in before everyone else, and win the match if you know stuff. Otherwise, just keep winning the buzzers and getting the question and trying to get the questions right. Otherwise, you just need to make sure you at least win the buzzers. But yeah, so it's not that hard. And we have the ship missions with the same. Speaking of Lego games, the next one is Lego Pirates for hoisting the colors for using all the mini kit ships. There's more of them than the ones in DC Superheroes too, so I'm putting it above that one. Oh no, but it's also not that hard to do because you just do the mini kits and then you do it again. You ride all the ships. You smash them all open to get the ships out, and you ride them away. That might be why people didn't do it because they realized they could smash the ships, but they can. All right. Slayaway. All right. Next one is Slayaway Camp for number of the best for killing 666 victims, and I think I'm gonna put this one right here because if you play the game long enough, you will do this. Or if you want to do all the bonus side stuff, you can do this one easily. Or if you just keep fucking up doing a mission, you can do this one. Or if you want to keep, or if you want to do this, or you have to do other achievements, do this one. You get this one eventually. It's not that hard. And I'm doing this below whipped zones because that's at least something you have to go out of your way to do. This one you do normally and during the game. You have to progress through the game by doing this. So you will get it eventually if you keep playing the game. Alright. Lego Star Wars 3 and the 100% for that one. This one is going at the height. It's going above City because at least with that one, I enjoyed my time with it. It was interesting. It was different collectibles for each of the times, so it was actually different. This one I was doing the same assault missions over and over and over and over again, just so I could get this one done, and it infuriated me. It was just monotonous and boring. At least with the City one, I was in different landscapes and whatnot. But this one was just like you have desert planet, empty technical planet, the grass planet. Just plant empty plants and empty plants over and over and over again. And it just did not click. I think I actually will move this up here because this deserves a bit higher. All right. Oh, we have another S rank right here, 7-day survivor, and this is going above more because you actually have to because A it's skill based and B it's also because it takes 14 hours. So clock your day out. You need to hang out with this. This is going above that. Above that. I want to put this right behind Victory Millennium, but I don't know. I'm definitely putting it above. You know what? Yeah, I'll put it above between those two because punctuation. I didn't take as many attempts, and it doesn't take as long as 7 Days Survivor. Same thing with RE-verse. It might take long enough to get another group of people to do it with, but that's because it's a defunct game, and no one's going to be trying to do it as well. Whereas this one, it's all you. You have to do it yourself. No, you can't get on anyone else unless you tell them to play on your profile and do the achievement for you. In which case, shame on you. You didn't even try it yourself. The next one, Untouchable for Hoa. This one you think is hard, but honestly, it's probably only C tier. And I'm putting it right here, and I'm putting it right here. Honestly, it's not that. Oh, hold on, not there. I'm putting it right here because honestly, it's not a slog to get through. You play through the whole game, you just don't get hit. The last bit of it is kind of challenging, but it's not that hard. You just gotta float in the air for a good amount. Make sure you land on the robots, or you land far enough away from them. It's not that hard. We did the grind. I only had to restart it once because I was being an idiot right away in the beginning, and now you just went through it right away and didn't get hit one more time. But yeah, so that one's pretty easy to do. So yeah, we're gonna so that C tier. All right, next one is the Snoopy game. Oh, I've been missing a couple of these. Paul was the Untouchable, Dead Rising 7 Days Survivor. No, we already did. Yeah, we already said these names. Snoopy is Rippier. You have to basically get 100% completion. This one is going into right here. Actually, no, it goes. It's monotonous. I'll be honest. It's monotonous. It goes right here. It's monotonous. You have to go through the 300. You have to get 300 jelly beans in each level. You have to get 6 Beagle Scouts in each level, and they're all hiding in different areas. And some of them are timed, so you can only do them once. If you miss them at all, you have to do the level again or start them up again. And then it's a lot of you have to stick out the whole thing for 300 jelly beans and 6 Beagle Scouts, and it gets monotonous. It gets pretty monotonous when you have to go through the whole thing, and you have to go through it again. Like I said, I took a big break for the achievement grind for this. I was before I even started achievement grinding. I was like, if I do this for the first time and get all the beans and whatnot, I would have lost my mind. But I think the other break from it, the not having played it for a while, kind of worked, and being able to like look up a guide and see where it was, the ones I might have missed were. But yeah, so anyway, back onto that. Little hope, no escaping fate for getting them all killed at the end at the house at the end. Honestly, honestly, I'm gonna put this right about. Well, I'll put it about right here. Actually, no, I'll put it right here. I'll put it behind it because it's easier to do than it because it's not like you. Well, actually, they telegraph it a bit less. I'll put it here because like you have basically each character has like one decision, and if you make the decision, they die at the end because it's like selfish versus selfless. And if they make the decision, they get saved. If you make the bad decision, they die. You just have to do that. And if you're Andrew, you have to keep the gun. That's all you have to do to get to the end. And yeah, you get everything going wrong, everyone all ends up dying at the house. It's not that hard to do. I understand why it might be low because it's a lot of, but it's also it's not like I said. I think it's easier to damn the protagonist than to like make him get killed. But I guess they also telegraph it a bit. So, but also I feel like they telegraph it more because you have more victims here. But they also like a very obvious like figure out how to solve them. You got to figure out how they live. You don't have to figure out how they die. That's more of this game. All right. That was No Escaping Fate. Willie's Wonderland. Leaving it all behind to finish the game as both protagonists. This one is not hard at all. Where is it? Yeah. All you gotta do is beat the boss once. As you play through the whole game as janitor. Play the first level, and the last level is live. That's all you gotta do. And that's you get the full game, and you get the full game achievement, your whole achievement list from that. No ifs, ands, or buts. Pretty easy to do, and they pretty much just play the exact same. Not even pretty much. They're the exact same characters. Just pick whether you want knock off Nicolas Cage, who doesn't even look like Nicolas Cage because he's blonde, or if you want the random teenager who doesn't do anything for the movie, besides bring teenagers who all die at the place. But yeah, so uh, what is it? The next one. Yeah. Next one is Cartoon Network Battle Crashes for Best Friend Forever for all levels of multiplayer. This one also goes into D tier because where is it? Where does this one go? because this one is just for playing all levels in multiplayer, and you can do it. And I did this solo because all you gotta do go through the full level. At the end of the level, pop in a second controller, get to the end. That's all you gotta do. If you have friends who you willing to torture with this, you can bring them along with you. But otherwise, it's just pretty much at the end of each level, bring it along. So I'm gonna put it right here. So like I said, you just pretty much have to play each level and just have the controller at the end. So I guess that's a big block is if you don't have a second controller or if you don't have anyone to actually play the game with, and you don't. I don't know, but yeah. All right, next one. Dead Rising 2 off the record for even more help from my friends for all gold medals. Honestly, I thought this was going to be an S tier challenge, and honestly, it was finally A tier. I think it was probably. I think it's probably the top of eight. Actually, no, it wasn't a slog to get through. It was probably A tier because I had fun with the guy yeah, it was Blaziken, I think it was the guy we did the achievement grind there with. Yeah, we had that pretty easy. We just kind of focused in, helped out each other, got the gold medals. Didn't really have to retry much. We just did them as is, and we just followed a guide to get them all done. Wasn't all that hard. It was just, but it was a bit monotonous, and we had to make sure. And I think you should have just stuck with the one gold medal type, and then just like increased it if you do it multiplayer or not, instead of doing separate multiplayer ones. I think you could have just had the one gold medal mode and just had it like that. But sure, fine, encourage multiplayer, I guess. But yeah, so next one is what is it? Yeah, that was next one was Lego Indiana Jones 2 for which is you choose the wrong friends for doing all story levels in quick play. This one also goes into this one you might miss because honestly, this one goes to this one goes lower than that, lower than that. Yeah, pretty much just play all the levels you already did again, but at this time do it as fast as you can. Now, funnily enough, the time doesn't matter. It just means you play levels trying to go as quick as you can. There's nothing. There's no problem. It doesn't stop you if you go take too long. But you still will play them as quick as you can because you want to get them out of the way so you can move on with the game and not do it anymore. You've already played all these levels before. Just do it as quick as you can now. It does not matter much at all. But yeah, they made an achievement, and no one wanted to do it because they've already played the game already. They don't want to play it anymore. But yes, all right. Next one is yeah, it is Frank Stone for the cutting room floor for all seeing. You have to get all the cutting room floor done, and you guys know where this is because you were with me for the grind, or at least some of you were. This one is going straight into S tier because it was a pain in my ass. This one goes above. It goes above Templars. Goes above the. Actually, I'm gonna move Templars down to A tier. It's not that hard. In my hindsight, it's just collectible stuff. But it's there's a lot of them, but it's also not like it's gonna ruin your day if you have to go because you can take breaks between going through each of them and you can do it while through you going through the story. This one is no. I guess this one goes here because it's monotonous. It goes to the bottom of S tier because it's monotonous. It's not a skill problem. It's a I don't want to do this because I've done this already. You just get bored and bored and bored. And like I said, it's not even like a board where you can do something else. You have to focus in and do the decisions so you can do it. You just get bored because you're doing the same thing over again just because you have to make a slight different decision. And you might say that's the same thing with Man of Dan. No, because that's just you make a one type of decision. You have to make just head, and and all the ones that they do that for are usually shorter. Whereas this one, it's a full fucking long game. You have to go through the whole game, and you have to make certain decisions. You can't just say only this side of the decisions. You have to make individual decisions on each of the types. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, you guys get that. Anyway, after Frank Stone, it is Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster for 7 Day Survivor, and this one is going into. Funnily enough, this one is going right about. I'm gonna move crime. I'm gonna move crime punishment down a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna move this down to here. Honestly, I don't think it's as bad anymore. It's a bit challenging for some of them, but it's not like you can do it if you just focus in and you just gotta be a bit stealthier. Whereas these ones are actually a lot more skill based and whatnot. And like I said, 70 Survivor, they made it easier, but it's still a pain in the ass when you get the special forces just take out your run. But the fact that you can do it in 1 hour and a half, it's not that bad. But takes 10 minutes. This takes 35 minutes. This is just monotonous. So, but this one you actually have to focus in and work on it for a bit. So yeah, I'll put it there. All right. Then we have after that we have that 7 Day Survivor. In case you were wondering, in case you forgot about it, Power Wash Sim is like that's ever gonna happen for Shrek on Shrek's last deal on the last DLC for Shrek. You have to clean the tapestries last. This one, like most of the Power Wash DLC achievements, is actually I think it's gonna go into D tier. Like you can miss it, but it's not like you're gonna miss it that badly. You're gonna like if you watch the tapestry, just reset the level. Like you probably can't do that in the normal playthrough, but just move along and then do it in replay mode. Just pretty much just stay away from where the tapestries are until the last bit of the level, and then just cautiously spray around it to get them out. And then once you get the achievement, then you get the rest out. And you also just like have the highlight on the tapestry so you can make sure you don't hit them at all. So yeah, it's not that hard. Uh, and then we have next one we have Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which is for tooled up, getting all the weapon attachments. This one, this is another completionist one because you get the weapon attachments from doing all the completionist shit. So this one is going into. I'm gonna say it goes about right here. It's not a slog to get through, so you actually have fun doing it. But and it's also a lot shorter because it's Blood Dragon. It's not that long, but it takes a bit to do because you have to do all of, like the side missions, you have to do all of the collectibles, you have to do all of that to get all the attachments, and you have to pay for them. But it's not like you're gonna be spending like 15 hours just trying to get all the attachments. Just do it as you go along with the game, and you get it. All right, the UV one goes into B tier because it took me a bit to do, but it's not hard to do really. It's just make sure you do it enough. This one goes to this one goes here in B tier, I think, because it's not hard to do. You just gotta it's just a bit it's just you have to make sure you do it right to get it done. Same thing I'm gonna say with BlackRock here is that well actually no since you can do it since you can do it with infinite ammo, so I'm gonna move it down to here. I'm gonna move it down to pretty much just kill each enemy. You only 3 enemies are only available in the maze section, and it's all at once. So and you don't usually don't have enough ammo for that. So if you go into the modifier for infinite ammo, you just kill a town and you get the achievement out of the way. It's not that hard. So I'm gonna put it right about here. Like you try to do it normally, it might be hard, but if you do it with the infinite ammo, it's gonna be take a bit. Next one is for doing the DLC level. Next one is what is it? Lego Batman. Actually, oh yeah, I should say. House Bashes was Let Me Have a Go. Alan Wake 2 was Less Carrot, More Stick. And Lego Batman 3 here is Crypto Come Home for playing as Crypto in the Man of Steel level. This one goes to D tier. And it goes less than you because you only get one character and 3-2 level. Yes, it's a costly character, but it's also one character in one level. And it's Super Dog, so I feel like you're more likely to play it as that level because it's a Superman level, and if you need a Superman character, you might pick Superdog randomly. But yeah, so I feel like that's more likely for it to happen. It's not that hard, honestly. And a part of me is like I did a lot of medial grinds here, but a lot of these were off stream ones, whereas a lot of the on stream ones were up here. Which I mean, fair enough. Like we did this one on stream. I did this one on stream. I did this one on stream. I did this one on stream, this one on stream, uh, this one on stream. It's like kind of like this one I did on stream, this one I did on stream. But I guess it's not a. Like I said, I think there's a reason why. It's because less games have harder achievements, but the harder ones stand out more because they're hard achievements. Like this one, I'm going to be rooting like the whole. Well, Victory Millennium, I'm going to be running to the end of my days until I find another Yakuza game with a harder achievement, which there probably will be. Fucking New Dawn is anger management for killing 10 enemies with one activation of Wrath. Not that hard. Just find where you need to do it. I'm putting it here, and I'm putting it here because it's a little bit harder to do because you can't cheese it out, but it's not that hard to do. Same thing with Fungal Fusion. It's just 100% grind. It's a pain in the ass, but it's 100% grind. You have less to do. Just play the game normally. It may bug a bit, but it's not that hard to do. I'm gonna put it right. It's less to do. You just play through the game, get enough crowns there, and you get that. It's not that hard. Oh, we have another. We have another S tier. We have another S tier. Poetry in Motion here, from lovely Alan Wake American Nightmare. This is an S tier right here because it's a pain in the ass. You can cheese it, but it's a pain in the ass still. Honestly, I think it's worse than that because I did this more often than I did the punctuation. I feel like because I did it over and over again. Just you have to survive 7, 6. You have to 6 minutes, and you have to get 100,000 score, and you have to get it while you're on your survival streak. If you break it and then you get 100,000, you don't get it. Even if you did it 6 minutes before, that doesn't count. You have to get 600,000 in that 6 minutes survival streak going on. Even if it goes longer, I think you can still get it, but it still is a. But it's still if you get hit, it just doesn't count. I had to cheese it by going to a certain level, going to an area where the enemies can't reach you, and you only make sure you only use your weapons on the grenadiers because they can actually still, hit you. So you have to, and we can use it on everyone else, but you have to make sure you prioritize the grenadiers because otherwise they will kill you and they will end your run that quickly. But yeah, so that goes us too. If you can't tell from my voice and how worked up I was getting, I was getting worked up more, but I feel like now I'm getting getting a bit more low key because it's getting late in the night. I'm going to just use those ads real quick. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Okay, ads should have been snoozed now. Then okay, good. So yeah, ads are snoozed. All right, so yeah, we are going. So yeah, we'll keep going on then. Okay, so next one is Jurassic World for Xbox One. This is I moved that one down. I should do that. Where did I put that? You were down here. Yep. Oh no, you were down here because you were. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. You're back. Now, anyway, you go back you get to go right with the other one of you, but you go below it because you took less time because I was smarter boy and whatnot. Actually, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I was smarter and I knew what I was doing a bit more, and because also, because it's a modern console. Like I said, it's easier on the modern console. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, back on. All right, we have 3 achievements left. 3 achievements left, and then we can raid out and get out of here. All right, next one. Crime scene photographer from Devil and Me. Oh yeah, Lego Jurassic World was the next time we saw us. Alan Wake American Nightmare was Poaching Motion. Funko was All the All Looks So Good. Fuck I New Dawn was Anger Management. Alright, there we go. Alright, like I said, Devil and Me is Crime Scene Photographer. This one is just a collectible one. Where did my collectible ones go? This one goes here. It goes here because you have to do 2 playthroughs to do it. A full normal playthrough and then a halfway through curator's cut, and one with who's the guy that Mug that wait no Mug's the photographer. Shit, Charlie did. You have to do one with Charlie did, but that's supposed to get some other achievements. So not that hard, but it's still a bit monotonous, and it was the last achievement I had to do, so I'm leaving it there. So yeah. Anyway, next one is uh Telltale's Back to the Future, a prickly pear for Cactus Talk. This one is going into, surprisingly, you may be questioning my choice here, but it goes into B, and it actually goes into a high B. Why does it go to high B? Because this is a decently annoying achievement. When you get to a certain part of the last episode, you go to a place and there's a cactus there. Every time you go to that scene with the cactus, you have to talk, you have to interact with it. Well, actually, you don't have to. Every time you get, because they have to have a conversation with it. So every time there's a new set of dialogue. So, but basically, that's every time you move on to the next scene. You might as well talk to it because you don't want to miss out on what the next scene could be. Pretty much just keep talking to it, keep talking to it, keep talking to it. Eventually, you'll get this achievement. It's a collectible achievement, but it can also be a pain in the ass because if you miss one, do it all again. If you might, and you got to do it all again, do it. I didn't have that problem, but I can see how it could be a problem for some people, so I'm leaving it there in B. And Quiet Place is going as a completionist achievement in. I'm gonna choose those ads again. It's going. What do you mean? What do you mean something went wrong? I'm trying to snooze those ads so people don't have to worry about it. Because we're just gonna wait out soon anyway. Okay, ads have been snoozed perfectly. That should be enough to the end of the game. All right. Finally, completionist for Quiet Place. I don't think this was the hardest achievement. I think it was probably hard mode, but it's the rarest one, so we're going with it. It's just a completionist achievement, and I don't think it was that hard. I think it was going here. I did it pretty easily, just going through normally. It's not that hard. So yeah. Anyway, that's my list for the achievements here. I am calling it there for the stream. But yeah, if you guys would like to gaze on the glorious achievements we have here, this is what we have for the achievement list, and this is what we have for the game list. We are going to do the movie list some other time. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow, or I'm gonna just call it and not do it. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. But that's gonna be it. I can switch it over to the chatting window because I have that set up. I watched a little video on how to set this all up. So thank you to Senpai Gaming. I think that was the channel I got the info on. I'm waiting for them to do I'm trying to figure out how to do this OBS stuff because I want to do a bit more with streaming off here because then you guys can see my lovely face. And it can be a bit more personal than just you guys seeing the screen and whatnot. I'm like, oh, this shadow. I thought it was like there was a fuzz or whatnot. That was just shadow from my own hair, I guess. But yeah, I want to do this just to be a little more personal and whatnot every so often. I part of me wants to do a bit more IRL streaming so often, but I feel like I also got to get a good idea for it. So I feel like this was a good little recap. Like I said, I might do one for movies tomorrow during the day. We'll see about that. I'll let you guys know in Discord. But that's going to be it for us tonight, I think. So, yeah. Thank you everyone who's been here tonight. Thank you, Iconic. Thank you, Muchlikes, for coming in and chatting for a bit. I appreciate you guys. I know this was a lot of a later stream. Well, we started the normal time and we went I'm almost about 40. We went 40 minutes over time because of that. Because I thought it was going to take shorter. I yapped a bit too much, maybe. But I thought I had fun up until now. I'm starting to get a bit snoozy, but yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go through the movies ones tonight, but yeah, we're gonna go. We'll find some another person to bait out to, and I'm doing my little closeout speech here. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, I guess I can also do this as well if I wanted to. I could do this and do. If I do this, I can do this and show off what we got going on. Alright, so I should have it going there. So does that go right? Okay, yeah. Alright, like I said, everyone, we have so I guess I can do this now because I have it set to OBS now. But like I said, thank you to everyone who's been here today. If you're enjoying the channel, like I said, there's a link to my Discord in my about page. Click on that, you get sent to the Discord. It's where I update you guys for when I go live a lot earlier than I usually go live. If you there's also my YouTube for my VOD channel, and there's also my Letterboxd which is basically a social media site for you guys to see what I'm watching. I definitely recommend this Discord channel if you're a part of Discord, because best place to see when I'm about to go live. I post when I'm about to stream. I post polls for you guys to vote on what I do for certain day when I'm streaming on certain days. And yeah, it's just a chill place to come and chat around for, and you can share what you guys have been working on. I share what I've been working on. So yeah, it's just a nice little chill place. The YouTube VODs is where all of them go. I usually post the VODs a day of or the day after the stream goes live. I might do tomorrow uploading because a little bit late, and I might just crash on the couch here after we're done here. And if you want to check out those, we have all my other IRL streams where I did pumpkin carving, I did a studio tour, and I did unboxing Paramount Skids Volume 2. Those are other IRL streams. Or if you see any of the games I've done the grind for on here, some of them we've done live. So if you see one that you're interested in, check out the YouTube VODs. We might have some VODs on them, and some of them might be better than others because some of them I'm a little bit more experienced with them on. But yeah, like I said, Letterboxd, nice little social media site. If you're a big fan, if you like movies and you're interested in seeing what I like, send me a follow on there, and you can see what I'm watching on Sundays. I did just post my review of Nosferatu on there. I think I did it. I think I did a pretty good job with it. But like I said, it's for the people to decide if I made a good review of it. But yeah, anyway, like I'm saying, and then if you're on the YouTube side of things, there's a link in my YouTube videos where there's a link to my Twitch channel, which will send you over here. If you want to check us do these streams live, that's what. Hit the follow button if I'm not live, and if I am live, just come and join the chat. I'm really welcoming to new people, and it's nice to see new people in the chat. So yeah, and like I said, we're gonna switch back to chatting. All right, we are going to actually I can do this as well. Let's see, who do we have? Actually, you can see who do we have going on here. That's fun. I don't have it. You can't see who's on here. Let's see, who do we got? See, we got Fred, Weekend. I assumed Lido was gonna call tonight there. Let's see, who do we have? Who do I want to wait out to? I could wait out to him, but let's see if there's anyone else doing achievement. Actually, yeah, we'll wait out to him. Okay, I just gotta get this all set up again. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go wait out to Pedzuko. He is. Oh, he's playing Genshin Impact. Let's go and say hi to him playing Genshin Impact, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and say hi ho over to Pedzuko. I'm gonna switch over to chatting while I get the raid going up, just in case something goes on while I'm getting it going. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's been here today. Like I said, thank you Munchdux and Iconic for coming in and chatting for a bit. I appreciate you. Let's see. I think everyone who's been looking in the background. I know some of you. I know a lot of you would like to do that, and I appreciate. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming over and hanging out for a bit, and I appreciate it much. And they also thank you to everyone who's been watching the VODs, either on Twitch or on YouTube. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. I love you. You're a great member of the community. I couldn't have done this year without you guys. This was a first year of my foray into streaming, and I think it went pretty well. We did some pretty good grinds, and I kind of showed. And I'm just trying to improve a bit more. As you can see, I finally did my first ever stream off of OBS, so we're improving. I might figure out Streamlabs eventually because I might to see if I can stream through Xbox to make that better, but who knows? We'll see. Because I want to see if I can. Definitely want to try and do face cam a bit more. Because it's not like I had anything to hide. I just gotta figure out how to do that with Xbox. But yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go right out to where is he? Where's my lovely man? I do it mobily, not off of. It's been a while. Okay, I give myself a break, please. I sure hope I do. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get Twitch going so we can wait out to lovely old Pred Zucker. He is a fellow achievement grinder, and he is currently. I believe he's working on the ground for Genshin Impact. It seems like he is. He might just also be playing it just because it's on Xbox now. And he's like, you know what, fuck it, we're having fun. And honestly, fair enough, man. But yeah, we are going to raid out to him. I need to get the raid going. I don't know. I think I'm just dehydrated a bit because my mouth is getting a bit dehydrated right now. So yeah. At least I need to get a haircut. Come on. Come on. What are you taking for the get the raid going. Get the raid going. Okay, okay. Come on. Come on, we're going. Right? Raid's going? It's going? Why is the raid not going? Am I just lagging or what's going on here? It's lagging. It's lagging badly. Why is my stream rate going bad? Okay, I'm gonna try doing it off of the Twitch studio then. And if I can't, I'm just gonna hop into this. Let's see. Let's see if the videos went out. No, I don't think the raid went out. Okay. Why is the raid not going out? Let's try that again. Okay. So, stream manager. Raid. I want to go to Mr. Pred. Mr. Pred's occur. There is a stream out thing. Am I just clicking the wrong button? Am I not clicking wait? Am I just clicking out of it? Once ready to pred. Here we go. Now it's going. Okay, now we're going at the Predzoka. Yeah, alright, we're gonna go right at the Predzoka tonight. We're gonna use a fellow achievement grinder, and he is currently working on Genshin Impact. And I'm, like I said, I'm assuming that's his next grind. And honestly, good luck to him if he's gonna do that. But yeah, I'll see you guys over in Predzoka. I am going to also call it a night there because we went about, well, almost about an hour over. Maybe I should stay around for 8 minutes and just make it a full hour, but I don't really think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, anyway, see y'all at Pred, and I will probably be back tomorrow with the movie tier list, and if not, I'll have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day, and I'll see you guys in the new year. We'll be doing the grind for the Outer World. So I'll see you then. See ya. Bye. 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 Bye.